Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
We've got to have a therapist come in here and just help us work through the past and how today doesn't have to be yesterday.
We do shows like this to avoid discussions like that. So let's just keep that out of the workplace, okay? That defeats the entire purpose of even being here. I'm as deep as I want to get in this room. Let me just tell you, I'm not going any deeper with you guys. I'm not playing your little self-help game. I'm not doing that.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
Driving my son to school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "Let's turn on the Chuck and Bo
There we
Show."
go.
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Well, so much for that warm Christmas week, huh? It was nice while it lasted. It's good to see you guys again, too, by the way.
It's kind of confusing what to do with your HVAC right now. I mean, if you're going to be gone for a couple of days, it's going to be.
I'm
You're
going to
gonna
turn
come back,
that.
it's
I
gonna be
would
a little
turn the
different.
heat on.
Yeah,
I would
well,
leave the heat on.
Now you would.
Saturday, I sat out on the deck all Saturday, most of the day, late morning, most all of the afternoon, literally just savoring the moment.
Deck sitting.
Yeah, I was deck sitting on Saturday.
Beautiful. There's nothing like it.
No. And so, but I kept thinking, man, you better enjoy this because it's going to be, maybe 3 months
Well, you gotta
before you
live in
get
the
to do
moment.
this again. Well, and that's
They just
exactly
gotta
what I did.
Live in the moment.
That's exactly what
just
I
take
did.
it
I
in.
shut the rest of the world out, and I just sat there and enjoyed the beautiful day.
It is a time for reflection. This time of year.
I tried
as
not
we
to do that,
come to-
but I did enjoy the weather.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
I tried not to, but it was inevitable, and so there I was.
Yeah, there
on
I
the back
was.
deck,
Yeah, that's right.
contemplating it all.
Deck sitting.
Then I tried really hard not to create any sort of goals for 2026.
Yeah.
This is the battle of Chuck's mind.
That's right.
While sitting on the deck,
That's right. What do I do?
staring off into the abyss of whatever.
It was a nice day. It was really a pretty day. Great week, but back to normal now.
Man, there are people playing golf this last week.
In
that
shorts.
had no idea
Yeah.
that they would be playing golf. this
No,
last
it was
week.
incredible. Did you play, Bart?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Shorts?
Oh, yeah.
Wow,
It
that's
was-
big.
It was a gorgeous day.
yeah.
I bet there were a lot of white legs out there on that
Yeah.
golf course over
beautiful.
Christmas week.
Oh,
That's right.
yeah.
And then some concealed by pants.
Yeah, I'm sure.
How's everybody doing? You guys had a week? Haven't seen you in a week. Everybody
I know.
doing okay?
Yeah, everybody made it through.
Alive
Edward?
and well.
Yeah, Edward looks good over there across the way.
Hey, Edward.
I'm here.
Yeah.
How'd Christmas go?
It was great.
Yeah?
Yeah. I miss it already.
Yeah.
Yeah. When the alarm went off at
boy.
3:15 this morning.
Man, when that alarm.
I didn't wake up a single day before 7 a.m.
Wow.
All the
about
entire
that?
time we were off.
I did sleep in a lot,
Yeah.
like to 8 o'clock, something like that. And,
Several naps,
Went to
several
bed
naps.
about, the same time as normal.
Same,
Maybe 10,
same.
maybe 10 o'clock, maybe a little later, like 10:30. But I was just like, man, I didn't realize I needed to sleep.
I slept through the first alarm this morning. Didn't even know it went off. The second
I
one
knew
got
today.
me. The second one got
Yeah.
me, thankfully. But the first one didn't even know
Knew
it
today
happened.
would be tough on all of us. I didn't expect to see everybody. Perfect attendance. Good job.
Yeah, it is good.
Hey.
Really good
Shout
job.
out to us.
Yeah. All right. Hey,
Yeah.
glad you're here.
Bright-eyed and bushy tail.
Good morning. We want to hear all about your Christmas. Want to hear all about your year. We want to review all of 2025. We're running out of days. Want to reflect. Wanna look ahead.
Specific goals for 26,
Yes.
too.
Yeah,
How
look
you're going to
those
get
out.
there. Not just the overall goal, but every step along
Edward
the way.
still got mine
plan.
from last year. I don't think we're going to go back to those.
We could dig it up
Well,
real quick.
I think we could.
Real quick.
I'm sure you have it on at
Within
the ready.
minutes.
But I don't know. You guys have your New Year's resolutions planned. You got a couple days. We don't get in a hurry. Got a couple days. But this week, but like as you get to the end of the week, it seems like a bad time for New Year's resolutions coming up on a weekend.
Well, today is.
Just
Today
like
is.
the
Maybe
Thursday.
tomorrow or the next day, but probably not today.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Monday.
Well, I was thinking as you go into the weekend.
Yeah. Well, maybe.
That you're thinking, I don't know if I really want to start that right now.
Start Monday.
Yeah, I'll start Monday.
Yeah.
So you're going to start like the 4th.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is. Because the 2nd's on Friday. And by the way, that's when the transfer portal opens.
Yes.
That's when college
payday.
football
That's
gets really-
payday for some college.
Yeah.
Did you see where the entire James Madison offense has entered the portal?
You were telling me that. I
They,
looked that up.
They play Oregon.
They got
and,
some graduates, but the rest of them are
Yeah,
in the
well,
portal.
right,
They lose the
right,
whole
right.
offense.
They lose the whole offense is the bottom line. And if you're a player at a Sunbelt or a Sunbelt school and you're good, I mean, this is the time to get paid. They're not staying. Of course they're going into the portal. And the guys that are graduating are trying to figure out a way they can come back.
Well, there's never been a better time to be in the portal. If you read some of this stuff at On3, Pete Nakos,
know.
Richard Davenport was quoting him in an article at Whole Hog Sports. Quarterbacks, for example, were commanding at the Power 4 conference level about $1.5 million to $2 million from what research or data can indicate from what people know, because you don't know all the deals. But now that's expected for elite quarterbacks to be $3 to $4 million on average. So, I mean, that's a Christmas.
See, here's the thing that bothers me about that. You know, let's get beyond the first part of, like, you know, is this really the best thing to do for a 19 or 20-year-old kid? Maybe it is. I don't know. But there is such a wide gap. I watched a lot of sports over the week, and I'm sure you guys did too. There is such a wide gap between college football, college basketball, NFL football, NBA basketball. There is a huge gap in ability. Now, we can act like there's not, and the college games may be more fun to watch. But in terms of overall ability, the pros are 10 times better. And college guys are making more money in some cases than pros, or at the very least, they're being comparably paid. And it's like, at what point is someone going to save us from ourselves? I mean, maybe 2026, maybe that ought to be the resolution, save us from ourselves.
Yeah.
Because
Not going to happen.
there are professional athletes out there who are not being paid as well as college football quarterbacks, and it is ridiculous. It's disgraceful. It's ridiculous. Pick your adjective.
It is.
But by the same token, as one of the coaches, I forget which one said, or maybe it was one of the media people over the holidays, said, the game's never been more popular. You know, now that's open for debate based on some of the ratings we saw from the first round of the playoff, but the game's very popular. It's in good shape. And yet, almost every day, we all say some version of, will somebody please save us from ourselves?
Well, we haven't seen the ramifications yet because it hasn't been going on long enough.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like, we're
All you had to do was mention
years.
the portal opens Friday, and here we go.
Yeah, like that part's
Back to
exciting.
business.
Yeah, that part's exciting. But the rest of it, what are the long-term ramifications going to be over, you know, from doing this? And I say there'll be ramifications because if there weren't, we wouldn't have what we have in the NFL. You wouldn't have all the guardrails that you have, the collective bargaining and the union and the salary caps, and all of those things matter to keeping an entertaining product on the field.
But it doesn't mean that people have to be overpaid. College athletics is becoming the sport of kings, and it's because players and administrators and coaches are overpaid. I'm not knocking anybody for making what they can make, and I'm not coming out of the holidays bitter because somebody makes more money than me. That's not what I'm saying at all. But when you step back and you really look at this, everybody's overpaid. They're all making too much money. They're all making above market value.
It's because it's an open market with no guardrails. It's just whatever you can get.
That's right. And but it's not just for players. It's for everybody in the game right now. And the reason the game doesn't change is because everybody's making a bunch of money, and nobody wants to disrupt that.
I will say it's still the best thing going in college football this time of year is the Pop-Tarts Bowl.
Has there ever been a bowl sponsor that has gotten more bang for their buck?
Absolutely not.
I mean,
what we need.
pick any bowl.
And they just keep doing it. They keep getting better every year.
It is.
We need everybody else to model
I'm
themselves.
changing my opinion on bowl games a little bit. I used to think there were too many bowls.
Yeah.
And there probably there probably still are too many if we have 5 and 7 teams playing in bowl games. But there are too many bad bowls. There aren't too many bowls. There are too many bad sponsorship bowls. We need more things like the Pop-Tarts Bowl, like lean all the way in, the Beans Bowl or whatever it was.
The Bush's
The
Beans.
Bush's-
Where's that dog at?
Yeah, the Bush's Beans Bowl. Like, we need the Duke's Mayo Bowl. We need stuff like that.
I agree.
We don't
I'm in full
need-
agreement.
We don't need the what's not even the guaranteed rate bowl now. It's just the rate bowl. We don't need stuff like that. That's lousy. Get that out of here. Bring in a good sponsor.
Give me the Pop-Tart.
Yeah. That's
Every
right.
time I look at the bowl schedule, number one, it's where's this bowl game being played? And two, who's the sponsor? Because, like, when you see the Rate Bowl, I don't know where the Rate Bowl's played at. I mean, not without looking.
It was in Phoenix.
Yeah, fair enough. You could have quizzed me now and I wouldn't have known. But there are too many minor bowl games. But Pop-Tarts, you know, for some of them, just having their name on the bowl game is the prize. You know, Pop-Tarts took having their name on the bowl game, and they turned it into an entire marketing plan. And, I mean, Pop-Tarts was on the forefront of everybody. I wonder how many boxes of Pop-Tarts they sold over the weekend because of that bowl game.
I mean,
I'm going to
good.
guess an enormous number.
They look good. I mean, how many of those toasters can you get?
Yeah.
Like those life-size toasters. Can you have those at your backyard barbecue? Can you back that trailer up and can you have those Pop-Tarts? I mean, they've done an amazing job.
It's going to be the most talked about bowl game until
did a
we
great
get
job,
to the
and they keep doing
semifinals and the finals of the playoff.
Well, now the playoffs are going to get good.
Yeah, they are.
They weren't good in the first round. I mean, we
they
had
gotta do something
two
about
lousy
that.
games, and you know, if we have, for example, Vanderbilt and Notre Dame instead of James Madison and Tulane in the first round of the playoff, those games would have been better rated.
They'd have been
games.
watchable.
They'd have been watchable, and we're about to get that coming up. So anyhow, we're here on a. By the way, can we get more information on the human that won the lottery?
Yeah.
In
Do we
Cabot?
know who that is yet?
$1.8 billion. Now, is this true? I haven't read up on this, but I
have.
heard this. Okay, maybe you'll know.
I mean, I read
Do
the
they
first
know
paragraph.
what the person bought when they bought the lottery ticket? Because I heard this on the radio when I was in Fort Worth over the weekend, and they said the person that bought the lottery ticket in Cabot got a pack of Marlboro Reds and some pork rinds and a lottery ticket.
They seem to go
Now,
together.
and I just want to know if that's true or if that was somebody in Texas just, you know, making a joke about maybe what the person in Arkansas was buying when they came out of there with their $1.8 billion ticket. But if that's true, like, let's talk about that.
It's believable, and yet it sounds like something somebody would make up.
Exactly.
But it's believable.
It is. But it did get me to thinking, okay, you live in a trailer, all right? You go by with, you know, your $10 that you have in your pocket. A pack of Marlboro. Well, I guess you couldn't buy a
I was
pack
going
of
to say,
Marlboro.
pack of smokes and a lottery ticket. I don't know if you can do
What's
that for
gonna be,
$10.
like $30 for a,
Inflation.
for a carton of smokes? I don't know. Well, let's just say you go down there, and it's not like you got a lot of money and you're going to do that. That's what you're doing. And you go back to your trailer and you turn on the news with your rabbit ears that night, and you've won the lottery. What do you do in that situation? Do you even know what to do?
Call the best lawyer I can find.
Well, no, but that's what you would do. That's what you would do. This person, I'm thinking of this person. They don't have the first idea about what to do.
Well, they were smart enough not to tell everybody they won, which was a good first step. You don't run out in the street saying, "I just won $1.8 billion."
Yeah, that's when you know that one of
That's
your
what
friends
I'd have
won.
done. That's what I'd have
right.
done.
You're never gonna.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever going to hear from you again.
No.
Not until you're all set up.
No.
Yeah, it'll be an announcement, and it won't be coming from you.
3 years from now, you get a late night phone call.
It'll be,
That'll be it.
I'm in a penthouse in New York, my attorney's
No,
penthouse.
I'm on my own private island.
Yeah.
I had to boat just to get to cell service.
Jeez. 6/16. What is today? The 28th?
All day. 29. 29.
Is anybody else having trouble keeping track of what the days are?
Nobody knows.
Friday
what.
was Saturday. Saturday was Sunday. I mean, I was mixed up the whole
It
weekend.
is Monday. The Hogs play James Madison tonight.
Yes, in
that
basketball.
game. Yeah, it's on SEC Network Plus, 7 o'clock. But good morning. It's cold. You're going to need a jacket today.
Coat.
If you need an emergency contact, just write the Chuck and Bo Show. We'll be your emergency contact.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
It's your final chance to take advantage of the end-of-the-year savings at Chevy of Fayetteville. For a limited time, you can shop over 200 new Chevys, all with the biggest discounts of the entire year. You can even enjoy financing rates as low as 0%, making it the perfect moment to upgrade your ride. Don't wait. These deals won't last. Stop by Chevy of Fayetteville and let Mark, Denver, and Chris help you find the Chevy that is perfect for you. Together, let's drive.
Distribution Solutions Incorporated began providing superior customer service back in 1997 based out of Harrison, Arkansas, and they're supporting our local communities today and always looking for professional OTR drivers. DSI knows drivers by name. They're about their people, and when you work with DSI, it feels more like a family than a job, and they know home time matters. If you're a driver, check out their website, drivedsi.com. All the benefits, all the vacation time, and that home time that matters.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
When it comes to watching games, nobody does it like Walk-Ons. Over 60 TVs at every location, and the food and drinks win. Mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine like po' boys and gumbo, plus fan favorites like the best burger you can get anywhere, and more draft beers and cocktails than you can count. Incredible food, wonderful service, and a viewing experience like none other. Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this. Kids, there's never a good deal good enough with a bad person. Still a bad deal.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
One thing, but listen, what a great show. The best sports show in the state is, no doubt, the Chuck and Bo Show. No doubt about it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
621. Arthur's here. He is celebrating freedom and Christmas
and the New Year.
Arthur in Vermont.
Yeah, well, I happy Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. You know, I like the premise that this is not a self-help show, because where I'm at, it's not, you know, a lot of people would not consider it a that's where I'm at, and I'm going to celebrate it today because after Arkansas's football season and the Houston basketball game, I went, not in a real positive place, but then I started to celebrate other fan bases that I believe is in the same space. And I especially enjoy these games. It's not that I really like watching the team win as much as I like watching the team lose, and I know their fan base is in a bad spot and not feeling positive where they are at a program. I would say Boise State, after their game, their fan base cannot possibly feel good about where they're at right now. I also would like to include Texas A&M in that conversation. I don't know why you just don't. I just don't know why you don't run the ball. It's like these coaches today about having decision making as an 8-year-old playing Madden on easy mode. Also, I would also like to include definitely Clemson in that conversation and Penn State. They look so bad. There's no real winner there. I mean, the only thing Penn State can say is at least we fired the guy that's coaching the game. Also, where's the other one? I'm looking. Minnesota. I did feel positive about that game because I was thinking during the whole game that I was like, thank God that Minnesota coach isn't our coach, and thank God that Lindsey kid isn't our quarterback. I know they won the game, but they look bad. So, I'm not sure how you guys should react to that, but sometimes I just think misery likes company, and those fan bases have to feel pretty miserable as well. So with that, I hope everybody has a great holiday, and I look forward to talking to you guys next year.
How was your Christmas, Arthur?
Oh, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. I spent a couple of days with Gal Pal Val. So, it's the first time in, 8 years that I'm completely out of custody. Last year I was still in the halfway house, and then the 6 years prior. Now, one thing I will say about Sam Pittman is the year that I was in a prison in Western Pennsylvania, he did beat Penn State. And Sean Clifford delivered a Sean Clifford game. And, let's just say it definitely checked a lot of boxes for me when Pittman did beat Penn State. So, yeah, it was a beautiful Christmas for me, brother.
So that was your Christmas gift. That was a true Arkansas Razorback Christmas gift. When you're in prison,
oh my God,
boy, you need wins. You're looking for wins.
We were looking for a win, and I was only about an hour away from Happy Valley or whatever they call it. So yeah, that definitely. Let's just say, yeah, definitely. If nothing else, as bad as Arkansas has been in football, I can say they beat Penn State, and the Chiefs beat the Steelers in the playoffs too. So, I had a couple of things to hang my hat on.
Mean, of course, Kansas Chiefs,
Kansas City Chiefs.
Kansas.
Yeah. I'm a Chiefs fan. I love the Cowboys too, but really, I'm a Chiefs fan, and the fact that the Chiefs beat them like a redheaded stepchild, that did me a lot of favors too.
What would you do, Arthur, if you won the lottery? If you were the $1.8 billion winner, like this lady in Cabot? I think so.
I would move to Miami Beach, I guess. Maybe I would live in South Florida.
Arthur on South Beach.
Yeah, with a lot of money.
A lot of money.
Look out.
Edward said he'd put his name on Razorback Stadium.
Edward Core and Razorback Stadium.
I would be up the next day.
Yeah.
I would definitely, you would have I would pay for $1 million a year for football $1 million, basketball $1 million, baseball $1 million. I guess I could get that interest off with that, but it definitely would benefit the Razorbacks for sure. I wish there was like a collective or some way that someone, I could figure out how much I would spend on season tickets and stuff, and I would put into the NIL, at least a couple of grand a year. I don't mind that. I get a certain amount of enjoyment out of Arkansas athletics, whether I can attend the games or not. So, yeah, definitely I would be in South Beach, though. I mean, it is where the beautiful people are.
Vermont's not?
Oh, dude, don't put me on the spot like that. Yeah, they're beautiful people, too, bro.
They're all bundled up. You can't see them. They're all bundled up.
All right, my man. Well, hey, Happy New Year. Glad you're
Happy
out.
New Year.
I wonder if
Glad you're out and enjoying your freedom.
I wonder if the lady who won the lottery is a Razorback fan. You think the foundation's
Well,
called her yet?
that's the thing is,
Hit her up.
I don't know. I don't think, she hasn't collected yet.
That's why she's not released her name. She doesn't want the foundation called.
I'm reading. I'm just digging around a little bit, and maybe there's some question as to whether maybe one winning ticket was sold, maybe more than one.
Really?
Yeah, there might be 2 claims on a winning ticket. I don't know, like, exactly how the taxes on this work.
Bart does. He was
But
reciting
it was
a
like,
little bit ago.
what do you end up with, about $500 million?
No, more than that.
$492.6 million after
really? That's
taxes
all?
and fees. If you take the lump sum, which I would encourage you to do.
How long's the payout if you take that?
Longer than you're going to be alive for. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you really want to save, Do you see it as I'm losing $500,000 if I, or $500 million if I don't take the lump payout? Does anybody look at it like that?
I see it as give me the lump sum, and then I can invest it and make more in the long run than I would.
How
if I
fast
took
do you
the
think you'd
annuity.
spend the money?
Some of it pretty quick.
Yeah. Faster than any of us apparently realize from everybody that's won the lottery in the past. Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
That is the most amazing thing about these giant jackpot winners. Of how they all
they go
manage to
crazy.
spend the money and lose it.
Well,
Gone, done,
and, you
over.
know,
you couldn't imagine doing that before. Like, how could you even possibly do it? Then you figure out a way immediately how.
Well, I mean, I'm sure people just rush at you with all sorts of investment ideas that.
Well, and you'd be very generous
work.
for a while. You'd be just
Yeah.
handing out money. Hey, here's $1 million for Chuck. Here's $1 million for Bart. Here's $1 million for everyone. That's only $4 million of the 492.
Yeah, it's true. I guess
That's only $4 million. And then it's just
Only
Yeah.
$4 million is a wild sentence.
well, it is.
I
It
know.
is. It's amazing though. I'm just fascinated by the
You have a lot of security.
idea that you
That would be one thing
You would-
you'd have to
yeah,
have is a
well,
lot of security.
you would suddenly have a lot of things that you didn't have the day before to concern yourself with. Like all kinds of things you can't even imagine.
You get 2 or 3 people you trust.
You
Move to
mentioned-
your own private
Can
island.
you really trust anybody at that point?
Well, that's a fair question, but
I mean, you're pretty trustworthy until you have $500 million that you don't know what to do with. And now do you really trust the guy down the street?
that's why you go to a private island. That's why you go somewhere where nobody can get to you.
I'd turn into a recluse.
That
for
would be a
sure.
great problem.
Now that
to
doesn't
have.
sound like any fun. JR is
it'd be fun.
in Shady Grove. JR, good morning.
Good morning. How you guys doing?
We're doing great.
Good. Good Christmas break. All that stuff.
It was just wonderful. Thank you. Hope yours was.
Good. Yeah, it was good. It was good. Had a good time. It was nice weather. So, little football talk here. After this week, next week we go into the portal. Is that correct?
That's right.
Friday.
Okay. Any updates on any in-state prospects, Archer, any of those people? Is there any updates on them? You guys heard anything on them?
Well, he's going to Utah.
Yeah, they're not going to be part of this.
The kids that just
Okay.
signed won't be, most likely. I mean, they did just lose their coach at Utah, who, by the way, we haven't even talked about this yet. Kyle Whittingham as the Michigan coach was not something anybody would have picked, 3 months ago.
And it's the best pick they ever could have made.
Yeah, great hire.
It's
It
amazing.
seemingly is a great hire.
You hire a real football coach.
No idea how to work.
You know-
But great hire.
I tell you what, I know everybody wants to see changes and stuff, but it would be nice to see some of this stuff be able to be dealt with after season, going into both seasons. I'm about the worst lover Missouri possible. I mean, I'm glad they got beat, but their quarterback, he stepped out, didn't he? entered the portal, and they got a new quarterback.
Yeah, they played
Is
with
that
their
correct?
backup. They played
That's
with their
correct.
backup in the bowl game. He won't be their starter next year, I don't imagine.
Right.
Yeah,
Anyway,
the bowl games are a lot of that, right? Like Penn State and
I wish they would-
Clemson had a
yeah.
bunch of guys out.
I wish they would just move that to the spring.
Yeah.
Bowl games. These bowl games that are irrelevant
They're
to
not
the
gonna
to the
do that.
playoff.
They're not going to do
No,
that.
that's not going to happen. But I do wish they would move the calendar. I mean, that's been talked about quite a bit. I don't know if anything will come of it, but it would be
Y'all have a
nice
good day.
if we didn't
All
have
right, thank you.
all these competing interests happening at the same time. You have a great day, JR. Make sure of it. 632. Brought to you apart by First Security Bank. Take all that money that you got from the Christmas holidays, people, all the cash that people stuffed their
Or the
stockings with.
$1.8 billion you've won in the lottery.
I bought the kids some scratch-off tickets for their stockings
Classic move.
on Christmas morning because I'd forgotten. Found the one gas station open, got those tickets, go upstairs to my daughter's room. I go, how'd you do? She said, I won a couple $100. And I, really? So I looked at the thing, and you know how it's got the numbers on the top and you got to match your numbers on the bottom? Well, she won a lot of money, but she didn't because you had to match the whole row, not just one of the numbers. But there was a brief moment, where I thought she'd won 10 grand.
Wow.
And there was another moment where I was like, how am I going to handle this? She's 14. What is the plan? I hadn't thought through that.
It's a great teaching moment for financial literacy.
Well, what is the teaching moment? Like,
I don't know.
Like
You're
I'm
the
taking
father.
the money and I'm
Figure
going
it
to
out.
shepherd them. Right. But I hadn't thought of that is my point. Things you don't think about when you do something fun, like buy your kid a scratch-off ticket. What if they won? Like, 10 grand.
You bought the ticket.
That's kind of like, I'm going to take that back. It's a whole thing. Luckily, we didn't have any of that to worry about.
That's funny.
But it was touch and go there for a minute. First Security Bank can help you with all your financial needs. Maybe it's a loan. Maybe it's just a personal or business checking account. They've got convenient locations all over Arkansas, helping you bank better every day. First Security Bank, member FDIC. It's 6:33 on a Monday. It's in the 20s. It's cold.
There we go. Here we go. Let's take some personal shots. You want to? I mean, come on. Let's take some personal shots at him.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Are your gutters ready for fall? Leaves are coming, and that means it's time to protect your home. At Hogtroff Gutters, they install high-quality leaf guards that actually work. Don't waste money on the cheap guards from big box stores that clog up, and don't get stuck paying triple the price with those big national companies. With Hogtroff, you get the best of both worlds: professional installation, premium aluminum, and stainless steel guards, as well as a 20-year warranty. Give them a call today to schedule your free inspection, or visit hoggutters.com. When something goes wrong, a car wreck, an injury, mounting debt, or getting denied the help you deserve, it's hard to know where to turn.
That's when Cadell Reynolds shows up. This is a team that fights for Arkansans. Personal injury, disability, bankruptcy, they handle it all. And they know how to get results.
You've got enough to deal with. Don't try to figure it out alone.
Call Cadell Reynolds, 866-314-3728, or visit CadellReynolds.com.
Cadell Reynolds. Make the right call.
Chuck has thoughts. I want to have some coffee and let you guys roll for a while. This is going to be good.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
My biorhythms were like screaming over the weekend. I'm not going to lie to you. I felt it the minute I walked into the casino Thursday night. I knew it was going to be well. I knew things were going to go well. I could feel it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You guys pull for SEC teams in bowl games anymore?
No,
Arthur brought that up a minute
I was rooting
ago.
for Houston in the LSU.
I was too. I rooted against Missouri. I rooted against all of them.
Particular reason.
I would say the first 10 to 15 years Arkansas was in the SEC, I rooted for maybe not all the SEC teams, but the vast majority in bowl games, occasionally even for Alabama. I've not rooted for an SEC team in a bowl game in 10 years. Maybe I'm bitter. It's because our team's not very good. I don't know. But I hadn't rooted for any of them.
Yeah, I mean,
and I like those people. I like those guys.
Yeah. What will it be different in the playoff?
Yes.
It
will be
these
for
games.
me.
I think part of it is because of the selection process, right? So your conference and the strength of your conference it gets talked about quite a bit publicly, not necessarily by the committee, but as people, college football fans debate whether this team deserves it or that team deserves a bid into the playoff. It's all about how tough your schedule was. And so there's this conference supremacy that still exists. And we heard it all summer. The commissioners all talking about their conferences, how difficult it is, how it's the best conference. Everybody's got the best conference in America, every one of them. If you listen to the commissioners, they got the best
you're right.
They all do. And it just turns into this popularity College football is a giant popularity contest on so many levels. I mean, when it comes to hiring coaches, when it comes to recruiting, when it comes to rankings, it's just a popularity. When it comes to logos, like I was at Texas Tech a couple of weekends ago, filming for Inside the College Football Playoff. We're shooting a team meeting, and Joey McGuire's up there talking about the logos. And The Athletic had come out with an article that had Texas Tech as like the biggest fraud in the playoffs. And he said, everybody talks about the logos. Let them keep talking about the logos. They don't know who we really are. Everybody, when you think about who's in the playoff, we talk about big brands. And some of these big brands, like Michigan hadn't done anything in college football in the last decade plus before winning that national championship with Harbaugh, that they cheated to win. And yet Michigan was still like, oh, it's a huge brand. You got all these popular names. But look at Indiana now. Are they better than Alabama, or are we taking Alabama because Alabama's a bigger name? Like, at the end of the day, do we really know? Like people that dig in and analyze the sport do. But it's just like coaches getting hired, popularity contest. What do you really know about them? You just know if they've been on TV a bunch, or been around a long time, or won a bunch of championships, which, by the way, those coaches aren't coming to your school. They've already got a job. They're staying where they are. But like Florida ending up with John Sumrall, we didn't even know hardly anything about John Sumrall until he got hired. Like all year long, you didn't really know anything about him. But now he's moved into the spotlight, and now he's on the train to be well known or more known. But that's who Florida ended up with, somebody that nobody knew.
It strikes me that a lot of programs are trying to find the next Lane Kiffin. They're going with these young guys, following kind of that model. You're right. It is a popularity contest. And case in point, you mentioned Houston a minute ago. All Willie Fritz has done is the very same thing at Tulane John Sumrall did. The very same thing. He did it first. He gets the Houston job. All he's done there is in their second year, they win 10 games. That's all he's done. But because he's like 63, never heard his name mentioned once in any of these coaching searches. If this guy was 35, 40 years old, he'd have been the hottest name out there. So, yeah, a narrative forms, and that's what people shoot for, and that is what they determine to be a success or a failure when they hire a coach, because you're right. Aside from a handful of coaches out there, we really don't know much about the guy that these schools have hired other than what they've done lately. Other than what they've done lately, that's really all we know.
What are we thinking about Arkansas going into this portal on Friday, and what Silverfield has done so far with a staff and what football is going to look like. That'll be, I don't know how interesting that 2 weeks is going to be. It could be really interesting if you start getting, again, popular names. But who do you know? Who do you really know?
How does the narrative build? Because here's the deal. Kind of like you were talking about, not knowing. At the end of the portal period ends, couple of weeks, sign a bunch of guys, spend a bunch of money, you still don't know what you have. You still don't really know what you have other than a collection of players you've paid a lot of money for. But
how the articles are written.
That's right.
About guys that are in the portal.
How does the narrative develop over the course of that 2 weeks? When you get to the end of that period, do your people feel like you've done well or do they feel like you've done poorly? A lot of that's going to be the product of nothing more than the media narrative.
By the way, have you been to Fort Worth lately?
I have not.
Speaking of
I was there last
year,
I guess.
Popular.
I saw those photos of you guys.
Stockyards. It's a new thing, man. I mean, it's not a new thing. It's a new thing for me. It's a new thing for somebody like me. You go down there and go, whoa, what's going on here? There's a lot. Landman type
I was going to say,
yeah.
You watch Landman, and
you
get an idea about what Fort Worth is.
There's another narrative, right?
Yeah,
like you get Landman going, go down there to Fort Worth, you walk around.
That did not make me want to go to Fort Worth watching Landman, but there are a lot of – But I mean, you see Fort Worth, that's for sure.
I was kind of excited about it.
It looked like your traveling party was too.
Yeah, well,
I saw the pictures. It was great.
You got three women, with 2 teenagers and a.
How many pairs of cowboy boots made the trip and were brought back?
Well, none were bought there.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
Well, then you dodged a bullet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I had Jordans on and they had
That's awesome.
cowboy boots on at the rodeo. If that tells you anything.
Bart, you speak like you're the only smart man breathing.
I take that as a compliment, I think.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Looking for the perfect light beer to kick off the new year? Flight by Yuengling raises the bar for light beers. With just 95 calories, you can enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of a Yuengling, but it's a light beer. Grab a Flight at your favorite store or ask your bartender and take your beer game to new heights. It's perfect for the holidays or watching a game. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer.
Some moments call for more than just a win. They call for unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you're not just buying a diamond. You're creating an experience that starts the moment you walk through the door. Their newly remodeled space is absolutely stunning, and Cafe B has a personal touch you won't find anywhere else. Their in-house diamond expert makes it easy to find the perfect piece for any occasion, and that purple bag, still undefeated when it comes to saving the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
Cutting corners is generally a bad idea. And when it comes to roofing, it's real bad. That's why Teamwork Roofing and Construction uses only the best materials, like Malarkey shingles, which perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Residential or commercial. Got a complicated job? They've got the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget. You need a roof that's built on quality and powered by teamwork. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Log on to teamworkbuilt.com and get a quote today. That's teamworkbuilt.com. Are you looking for tough, reliable equipment from people you can trust? WT Equipment is your local family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And yep, they're big-time hog fans too. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and more, they carry the brands you know and trust to get the job done. Whether it's equipment or implements, WT Equipment has the tools you need, including a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment today. This is not interesting. It's just interesting to us.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I can't figure out if Chuck's playing a role here, or this is how he feels, or if he cares at all.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
That's who needs to sponsor a bowl game. You want to make it fun, like the Pop-Tarts Bowl? Buc-ee's.
100%.
The
Buc-ee's
Buc-ee's
needs
Bowl.
to have a bowl game.
Absolutely.
It should be the Texas Bowl.
Play
Sorry,
it.
you're out. Buc-ee's. It's the Buc-ee's
Well,
Bowl now.
Houston's a little south. You need to have that bowl game played somewhere
Well, that's
between
fine.
Dallas and Texarkana.
That's fine. Find the one that's in Frisco or whatever.
Yeah.
It's the Buc-ee's Bowl now.
Yeah.
You need like
I'm
an oil,
with you.
need no oil companies.
No, we've got to get rid of these
creative
lame bowls.
brands.
I agree. The Buc-ee's
the
Bowl would be
lame
great.
bowls are out.
Actually, we're on to something here. I know we're being a little tongue-in-cheek with this, but like honestly, if you want to think about keeping bowl games relevant in some way, this is part of what has to happen. It's not just about the game, it's about the experience. That's what bowls used to be. Like the players had an experience,
Right.
You know, they got all these gifts, and I know they still do, but it's not like it used to be. And from a forward-facing, external fan-facing perspective, you need involvement. Like you need something fun.
Yeah, I agree. ReliaQuest Bowl, I'm sorry, you're out. You're out. What even is a ReliaQuest? I don't know. I don't care. I don't care about your sponsorship. Give me something more fun.
Give me some fun things. Are you canceling first and then coming back? And
Yeah,
adding
you got to get rid of some of
Mark's
these.
on one.
You got to get rid of some of these. Like
tired of
famous
these
Idaho
lame
potato bowl.
advertisers.
You can stay, but I need way more potatoes. I need a 500% increase in potatoes. Like, do you have a mascot? Do you have just
Potato Head.
potatoes everywhere? Mashed potatoes, potatoes au gratin, French fries.
French fry man.
Give me all the potatoes. The 68 Ventures Bowl.
French fry
what
man?
in the world?
Who is French Fry Man, Chuck?
You create a character. Who was Pop-Tart Man before the Pop-Tarts Bowl? You
Is
create a
Is that
character.
his official name?
Yes. Well, I mean, maybe
Pop-Tart Man.
What I'm saying is that's how you do it. You got to
Okay,
create
sounds like a
characters.
great
Okay,
superhero.
okay.
gotta
I get
create
it. I get it.
characters.
Continue, Bart. Sorry, I get it.
68 Ventures Bowl. Like, what is that? Why are there 68 ventures? Why not 17? Why not one? One venture is plenty ventures. Like that. Like, get out of here, Mobile, Alabama. Come up with a better name, or you're gone.
What's their bowl game?
We just talked about the Texas Bowl. Like, come on, Bucky's Bowl, done. Birmingham Bowl, sorry, bye, you're out. The Gasparilla Bowl, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Goodbye. Find somebody better. The Pinstripe Bowl, get out of here. Don't care. Fenway Bowl, same thing. Don't care.
This could single-handedly bring Hooters back.
But there are some good bowls, like the Arizona
Jacksonville,
Bowl,
Florida.
the Arizona Bowl with Snoop Dogg there. That was great. That was fun. The Xbox Bowl, that was fun.
Blakeman's needs a bowl. The Purple
Absolutely.
Bag Bowl.
The Chuck and Bo Show Bowl.
Yeah, the
That's
Purple
great.
Bag. You can do a lot of things with that. The Chuck and Bo Show Bowl.
That's what we
Hosted
need.
by Bart.
We're going to play at War Memorial
Look.
Stadium.
Jacksonville,
No,
if
that's
you're
the
gonna,
Basil Bowl.
if you're gonna have the Gator Bowl, there better be some live animals there. Like, I need some live alligators or something.
That would be fun.
Celebrate
Get
the
out.
new year at Blakeman's. Get a purple bag. It was great under the tree, but man, it can ring in the new year because it is undefeated and never disappoints. Blakeman's is more than jewelry. It's about your story. It's almost 7 o'clock. Chuck and Bo.
This fall, don't just pay for
Are
a
you
heating
looking for
tune-up.
tough,
Make it
reliable
part of a
equipment
Pascal
from people you
membership
can
and get
trust?
year-round benefits
WT
for your home.
Equipment is
For
your-
as low as
Hey, it's
$8.99
Bo,
a
and I want to
month.
share
Your
something
annual
that's
tune-up is
completely
included.
enhanced my day-to-day life. About a year ago, I started telling you about the Sweatnum Edge. Well, over the last several months, here's what's happened for me. My energy level is completely different. My exercise gains have seen a big jump. My mind is clearer, and frankly, life is just more enjoyable. Now, that's my story. What about you? Search the Sweatnum Edge online and get a free evaluation today. It's made a big difference for me, and I know it can for you too. The Sweatnum Edge.
This fall, don't just pay for a heating tune-up. Make it part of a Pascal membership and get year-round benefits for your home. For as low as $8.99 a month, your annual tune-up is included. Plus, members get exclusive discounts on air, plumbing, and electric services. Don't wait until there's a problem. Protect your home, budget, and peace of mind with Pascal. Visit gopascal.com to learn more and join today. And Razorback fans, we've got exciting news. Pascal is now proud to be the official air, plumbing, and electric provider of the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Hey folks, Chuck Barrett here, the voice of the Razorbacks. And if you're ready for freedom from glasses or contacts, there's only one name you need to know: McDonald Eye Associates. Whether it's LASIK, clear lens exchange, or advanced cataract surgery, they've got the solution to help you see your best, no matter your age. Doctors Betts and Mengarelli are the real deal, two of the most experienced surgeons anywhere. They've even taken care of my eyes, and now I'm seeing the basketball court crystal clear. I'm so glad I chose McDonald Eye, and you will be too.
For Chuck Barrett, I'm Bo Mattingly. Good morning. Hey kids, how about a bagel?
The Chuck and Bo Show. Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
Do you, listener, do you feign not knowing things or intentionally not learn things in your line of work so that then other people will do it?
That's not true.
Chuck loves to play dumb.
That is not true.
And he loves to play even dumber. Here's what I know about Chuck. At any point, he can let you know that he actually knows how to do that, and then your value's gone. You just think I need you, Bart, but when I'm done with you, I'll do that myself.
Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
Driving my son to school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "Let's heard on the Chuck and Bo Show."
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
I have to admit, I don't really have a good feel right now for how many people are actually working today. You know, I mean, for us, we were off last week, took the entire week off. And so it's like back to work for us this week. But I get the sense that for many, this week is merely a continuation of Christmas week.
Most likely.
Because, I mean, there are businesses that are closed. There are places that are closed. Bo's out on a quest for breakfast right now. And it just kind of hits home when someplace isn't open that, you know, not everybody's working today.
I did tell Bart multiple times that we should just take off both full weeks.
Did you tell him that?
Yeah.
What was your response,
The idea
Bart?
fell short.
Yeah?
Well, I thought we.
How does that idea sound right now?
He said that would be irresponsible.
How does it sound today?
Well, it feels great. It sounds great today.
Yeah. It would have been irresponsible.
I'd just rather be asleep.
I got a text last Monday. Bo and I both got a text from a friend who said, "Are you guys at any point going to talk about the Houston basketball game?" You know, it's like, well, no, because it's a rerun.
That's not us. We're
So
not there.
Merry Christmas. Enjoy your holiday. But there's a lot going on. We've got a lot to catch up on, and we're going to get into all of it between now and 9 o'clock. First, though, we're going to talk to the amazing Clay Henry. Whole Hog Sports joins us on the line. And, Clay, how was your Christmas? First off, how was your Christmas, and I hope it went well?
It went good. Yeah, everybody was happy. We had a major event happen about 4 o'clock Christmas Eve that I thought was going to shut it down.
Major event?
Yeah.
What was it?
So we live in the country. We have well water, and the water, we lost pressure of water in the house.
4 o'clock Christmas Eve.
Yeah. I mean, you're not going to get a plumber.
So did you fix it?
Christopher Bolden, my son-in-law, Becca's husband, fixed it.
Thank God for son-in-laws, huh?
He used to flip houses, and he's very, very handy. We trenched it, went up to the wellhead, and water was coming out.
Listen to Clay
from there.
We trenched it. Yeah, got up to the waterhead,
and we found a break and an elbow, and by then it was 10 till 5. Home Depot Mountain Home was closing at 5. Lowe's was closing at 6. So off he went. He bought an extender pipe, and he cut the joint. First of all, I found the breaker switch to turn off the pump.
That was Clay.
We had water going across our driveway from where the leak was. This is major.
I know it is. I'm not making fun of it. I'm not.
I thought you were laughing.
Well, I was kind of laughing.
You were kind of laughing.
Well, no, I was laughing because I'm thinking, what if that had been me?
I had no chance to fix that.
Well, see, that's just it. That's what I was laughing about. You had no chance to fix it, and I wouldn't have either.
Yeah, we were just going to have bottled water for 3 or 4 days.
Yes.
No showers. You know, although we could go out next door to Becca and Christopher's, they've got multiple showers. Anyway, so by 6:15, he had cut it off, glued the part, the extender pipe, stuck it back in one side, slid it into the other, and then we just prayed that it would hold. That it had, and he's like, man, this is not my strength. And he says, this might hold for 10 minutes, it might hold for 5 days, it might hold for, the rest of our lives. And I called a plumber, and they're going to come check it. But I packed the trench with tarp and some blankets to keep it from freezing, last night. And the plumber will come today, and he'll either say, I'm going to redo that, or we're going to fill it with dirt and call it good.
So, in other words, your son-in-law saved Christmas.
Everything.
He saved Christmas.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Wow. And, man, when he got down there, I got out tequila, and I said, toast to you, buddy. Toast to you.
I did see the picture. There was a picture of Clay and his lovely wife, Jean Ann, dressed as Santa and Mrs. Claus. Very wholesome picture until you look closely. Clay's he's like Billy Bob Thornton in Bad Santa. He's got like a cigar in one hand and a bottle, or not a bottle, but a glass of bourbon in the other. And you look like you were having a great Christmas Eve.
I think that was Sarah with Chat GT or something like that.
Oh, that wasn't real.
It wasn't real.
Oh,
no.
Well, I thought maybe you guys put the full getup and stuff on.
What did I just got back. What did I miss?
Clay was dressed up like Santa, but he really wasn't dressed up like Santa. But they had a water problem.
I heard on the show while I was listening down there in the freezing cold. I'm glad you're okay, Clay.
Well, we're great.
Touch and go.
It was 82 degrees when we were doing this Christmas Eve water pipe thing.
Did it make you feel like a man? Like at the end of the day, did you kind of like when you went to bed on Christmas Eve? Did you go, "That's what real men are made of"?
We trenched it out. We trenched it
got
out
her done.
today. Yeah.
Got her done.
I will tell you. That shower felt pretty good.
Oh, yeah. I'll bet it did.
Yeah.
What'd you get for Christmas?
Let's see. I got 3 flannel shirts. One of which I'm wearing today at the fly. By the way, the fly shop is open. I'm kind of like you guys.
Fly shop's open. Yeah.
Norfolk Fly Shop, Two Rivers Fly Shop. We're open.
Anybody in there yet?
Monday's my day. Me? Monday's my day.
Is the bulk of the town operational, or are like people taking the week off this week too? What's your sense?
Whizzing by, school's out, so school's the major industry in the town, and fly fishing is probably going to be real slow today because it's pretty chilly.
Kind of cold.
I hate to change the subject, but I was kind of wondering.
As fascinating as all this is,
what you were thinking about.
No, people when they say they hate to change the subject, they don't really, but that's what they say.
That's right. That's exactly right. I'm glad you saw right through that. But I am curious to hear your thoughts because we really haven't had an opportunity to catch up on this. Since Ryan Silverfield was hired, he's got a staff together. The portal opens on Friday. And, this is when where the rubber meets the road a little bit, so to speak, on what next year might look like.
Yeah, so to kind of, they've already announced, if I was going to pick out the 4 or 5 players on the team that I said, we got to get those guys back. And they those are in the fold. So then there's some others that are in the portal that you said, man, I don't know, I'd kind of like to keep him, but and it's not for sure that they're leaving. They might just be seeing what they're worth. So it's a strange world we live in. That you don't really know till about the end of January what you lost and what you're bringing in. So I look and see that they're going to have more coaches, and so there's the first inkling that the money's there. We don't know. They got $25 million, or they got 30, or they got 8, or do they have like 18? But over the next 2 weeks, we'll find out how much money they have based on how many players they beat other teams for. The LSU freshman offensive lineman is in the portal, and he's a guy that you'd sure like to have. He started the last few games, kind of watching to see what he does. I think he's from Marion.
Yeah, it's a kid from Marion.
That's kind of a barometer. Do they get him? Because there's going to be others bid for him. A left tackle, young left tackle that has played SEC games. He didn't play great, but I would suspect there's not very many that. I mean, for instance, that Proctor kid at Alabama, that's about the way he played his first year, and he's a pretty good player. But yeah, they kept they've kept the guys that I thought were premium SEC players. Not a lot on this team. Not breaking any news there, but they kept those guys. Now we'll see what happens as far as that goes. You know, I watched a lot of football this weekend, and a lot of NFL football, and I watched Philly and Buffalo go at it. And you know, what do those teams have? Great defensive linemen, great defensive players. If you look real closely at Philly, their defensive line is coached by Jeremiah Washburn, who's, you know, an Arkansas kid, played, you know, Jim Washburn's son, graduated from Arkansas, Burlsworth and those guys. They got a lot of Georgia players. Their defense is loaded with Georgia players.
And Philadelphia is loaded with SEC players. Just their roster is
Georgia,
an SEC team.
But that's the recipe. That's how, if you want to get good defensive linemen, linebackers. I'm anxious to watch Texas Tech play and kind of study their defensive roster. You know, do we have enough money to do what Texas Tech did with their defense? And anyway, I don't know if I answered your question, but
well, you got off to a start. What's your thought on Silverfield? How's this going to go? Like, what's the key, or what are you seeing? You always see the things that others don't, Clay. What are you seeing?
Well, he's coming in saying the right things. We'll see if he can do that. He's got offensive line, defensive line background, NFL. I like all that. I kind of chuckled. You know, there's been 3 or 4 stories written. They've all written about changing the light bulbs. That seems to be a lot about not very much, but I guess that's the theme.
Well, they changed out the light bulbs. For those who don't know, they changed out all the light bulbs.
It was a detail. You know? It was a detail, and he's detailed. That was the point.
To me, it is about the attention to detail. And I don't think there's any question that you had coaches at Arkansas that know how to coach, but did they know how to be head coach? And attention to detail means that something you see. I'll go back to the Chad Morris time. I watched one of his early practices with a legendary Arkansas coach. Y'all probably could figure it out. And he took a deep sigh after about the first 15 minutes. And I said, "What's wrong?" And he says, "Well, when they make a mistake, they just see how fast they can run another play. They're just seeing how many plays they can run. And they're not teaching, they're not fixing things. And those same things are going to happen in a game. And the attention to detail means you fix it, and you go back and you run that play again." And I asked him questions about how he coached in that press conference. I only got, one little brief snippet. I'd like to sit down and really ask him a lot of questions about how he coaches, ball questions. But I like what I heard. And the way he goes about attention to detail is how you win. And if you watch all these games, it's not about who makes the great plays. It's the teams that don't make the bad plays.
Mm-hmm.
And without question, Oklahoma lost that game more than Alabama won it. The mistakes that they made, they get you beat. And when we've had good football at Arkansas, Broyles, Hatfield, and Holtz, and to an extent, Petrino, 2 or 3 years his first go round, we just didn't make any major mistakes that get you beat. The other teams got themselves beat. We kind of liked Petrino making winning plays, the big plays. But really, how you do it is that you avoid the things that get you beat, and you wait for other teams to lose the game. And that's what Alabama did to Oklahoma 2 weeks ago.
It's Clay Henry. Got the whole gamut today.
There it is,
you got
right
anything
there.
else, Chuck? Before we let him get back to work?
No. I mean,
Are y'all still there?
Yeah, I mean, you've covered everything from ball to
what time Home Depot,
fixing your water and the whole deal.
Do you not hear us, Clay?
Y'all still there?
Yeah, we're here. I don't know what happens with these phones, man. I mean, it is really something. He said, "Are y'all still there?" And they said, "Guess not." And then bang, it was gone.
Where did we find this?
I don't know.
It's like a Hasbro brand phone system.
It might be. It feels like it might be a Home Depot phone. I don't know. I don't have any idea. If you want to get the job done, you're going to have to go to WT Equipment, light construction, hay and forage, whatever it is. They're well known in the farming business.
They're working today.
But
guarantee you.
And you'll see a lot of light construction being done with a lot of their equipment, like Bobcat, for example. Brands like New Holland, Hustler, Steel. They got an expert staff there to help you find exactly what you need. Maybe you got to get it done before the year ends. Well, they're going to help you do it. Just like their Arkansas roots, they know how to get it done and they know how to work together. If you're looking for dependable equipment, folks, you treat you like family, check out their legendary Bobcats and stop by the nearest WT Equipment location. They're all over the state, but you can visit WTEquip.com and get to work. That's getting it done. 7:17. Good morning.
Yeah, what's your point?
You want my point?
Yes, I asked for it. Make it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Distribution Solutions Incorporated began providing superior customer service back in 1997 based out of Harrison, Arkansas, and they're supporting our local communities today and always looking for professional OTR drivers. DSI knows drivers by name. They're about their people, and when you work with DSI, it feels more like a family than a job, and they know home time matters. If you're a driver, check out their website, drivedsi.com. All the benefits, all the vacation time, and that home time that matters.
Some moments call for more than just a win. They call for unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you're not just buying a diamond, you're creating an experience that starts the moment you walk through the door. Their newly remodeled space is absolutely stunning, and Cafe B has a personal touch you won't find anywhere else. Their in-house diamond expert makes it easy to find the perfect piece for any occasion, and that purple bag is still undefeated when it comes to saving the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry, it's your story.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
There's simply not a better shopping experience than Macadoodles. Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? Macadoodles or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered. With an unbeatable selection, amazing prices, and service that's unbeatable, they've got everything you need. Whether you're stocking up for a party, updating your bar, or just grabbing your favorites, Roger and the team are always there to help. Make the smart choice. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville. He's Chuck Barrett.
He's Bo Mattingly.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I just want to say we need to appreciate Boyd a little more because Boyd know what the hell he's talking about. Boy, you bad, boy.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Oh, here we are, 7:22.
Here
it's
we are.
December 29th. We are. We haven't really been in much of a reflection mode today. Chuck said
I have not gotten reflective yet,
and we may have to wait until tomorrow or.
I try to avoid reflection.
The 31st. Guess you guys will be in here on the 31st.
Yeah, you'll be gone.
I'll be in, hopefully, lovely Pasadena. Might be raining at the Rose Bowl.
The mudslides have been kind of a big deal.
There's been a lot of flooding, and I don't know. Maybe we should look at doing something else. But between now and the end of the year, you still got time to sort of reflect, and then kind of look ahead to what's coming. Charlie's in Camden.
Yeah, go get him. All right, Charlie.
Hey, Charlie. Good
Happy
morning.
New Year, man.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, guys. Y'all want me to follow that?
Yeah, I know, really. That's a hard act to follow, but go try.
I'll try, but here's the deal. I thought this was the time of the year that we finished doing all our mess ups, and then at the first, we come out swinging. I thought that's how everyone did it.
That's right.
Yeah,
you still got 2 or 3 days to,
just keep making the same, just whatever. Keep eating bad or whatever we're talking about. Anyways, I was bringing up going to bring up a little bit of the past here, the Texas Tech game. And look, I know it's kind of recent in our head. I was going to ask you, Chuck. Go ahead.
You talking about the Houston game? You talking about the Houston game?
Yeah, the Houston game.
Right,
Lord have mercy. See, I'm all out of whack.
All right, that's all right. I knew what you meant.
Good. But anyway, when they get in these games, because I think Tennessee beat them, correct? And it was like it was in the 70s, if I'm not mistaken.
It was a one.
I wonder if this team right now, the only question I have, it's not offensively with this team. I just want to make that clear. I think this team can score to anybody in the country. What I still need to see is something last year's team did, and of course they kind of had to rely on it, but it did get them to the Sweet 16 because when you should have been the Elite Eight, but that's another conversation. But I'm just saying, you got to learn how to grind some of these games out and win ugly. And, with that game the other day, obviously it was a shootout. I just wonder if they can get into a game and have to win it ugly. I don't know if they're at that point yet. Right now, they're a team that, obviously the pace needs to be up and all that. But also, TB, guys, what happens – because it's going to happen again. The 2 games that he hasn't, I think, played well, and he was in foul trouble in the Michigan State game too, right? If I'm not mistaken. Didn't he have 2 early? Am I right about that, Chuck?
I don't recall, but go ahead.
Well, my point to that is obviously he's key, but when he's not on the floor and other guys have to step up, I think this team can do it. I think we need a little bit more right now. I think he was minus 13 the other day. Nick Pringle. And I'm not talking about scoring. The way he can impact rebounding, blocking shots, we got to get something from everybody. And for this team to go on a run like they did last year, all 8 have to contribute in a positive way. And if they do that, they're going to be really good. And also last night, Nick Smith Jr., shout out to him, another good game. Getting another opportunity for the Lakers. Anyways, y'all have a good one.
Thank you,
All right,
Charlie.
Appreciate it.
I just think right now Houston's better than Arkansas. It doesn't mean it'll be that way in March. But I thought Houston was a better team in that game. Their defense, their traps, they gave the Razorbacks some problems. But that doesn't mean it'll be that way in March. It just means it's that way now.
Yeah, I mean, they're going through it, playing these teams that are really good and they're expected to be, there at the end.
They played 4 or 5, maybe 6 ball games in the pre-conference that had NCAA tournament-type feels to them. And even some of these smaller schools that they played, 1 or 2 of those will end up being in the NCAA tournament. You watch. They may be in that, the play-in games, but they'll be there. 1 or 2 of them will be, and the others we know will be there. So I wish they'd won the game. I mean, that'd have been great, but they'll be fine. I mean, Arkansas is going to be fine. They're going to be in the hunt in the conference. So is Tennessee. So are some others. But they're going to be in the hunt for the conference championship.
You got James Madison tonight, 7 o'clock on SEC Network Plus. Watch ESPN app, whatever you want to call it. But it'll be streaming.
Right.
And then you've got conference play opening
Saturday.
Saturday. Is it Saturday or Friday?
Saturday, 2 o'clock against Tennessee.
Yeah.
So, I mean, right away, you're playing the only team that's beaten Houston. So they're formidable. And they'll have I've not seen them play. I got to be honest. I've not seen Tennessee play, but I'll watch them some this week.
What do we think of Bobby Petrino going to North Carolina? OC?
Well, yeah, it's an interesting.
Have they confirmed it yet?
They're having a
school hasn't
dot
confirmed
a few
it.
I's and
But it's multiple reports.
Yeah.
And from what I was able to find out, it sure seems like that's happening.
It's going to happen. It sounds
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
I mean, it certainly does. That's an interesting pairing. Yeah, you know, when he was here, what a lot of people know is that all the kids were up at Missouri State. You know, Nick was there, and the two sons-in-law were both there, and now one of them's the head coach at Coastal Carolina. I'm going to assume the whole family's going. You know, Nick and all those guys are going with him.
They are.
And
well, I know. Nick's the OC.
Yeah, and LD's going to go, and so it's about 3 hours, I think, roughly, from Myrtle Beach to Chapel Hill. So it's not going to be quite like the Springfield Fayetteville setup, but it's going to be similar. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, he could be the interim coach there too. Who knows?
It could be. I thought of that. Also, a lot of just really unfortunate PR for him because of Belichick's, situation. Yeah. And so when you go look it up, like if you just search Bobby Petrino, North Carolina, there's a lot of not fun things to read if you're Coach Petrino on something that happened a very long time ago.
That is just not a good situation over there, from the outside looking in anyway. I don't know exactly what he's walking into, to be honest. I don't know if he knows either.
From a football perspective, I think him and Belichick could work out pretty well together. The kind of offense Petrino likes to run, the kind of experience Belichick has in terms of pro football and that being a pro style and all that. And they weren't very good on offense this year. So I would expect them to be better on offense next year. But can we get past all this other stuff? I mean, this is the conversation in college football.
First off, Belichick's not done a thing in college football. He's not – I mean, there's not been a drop. And I don't care what he did in the NFL. He's done nothing as a college coach. Bobby Petrino's offensive numbers – I mean, North Carolina's offensive numbers will go up. But here's the deal. Watch the turnover count. That's going to be, in large part, what determines North Carolina's success or failure next year on offense, just like ours. Statistics will tell you a lot, but they don't tell you the whole story.
What happened?
Well, they put together great offensive numbers, but they lost a key battle in virtually every game, the turnover battle.
But that's not really in his past, right? Like, that's not something you thought when Petrino was hired.
Well, it's kind of what happened at Louisville second time around. Go back and look the second time around up at Louisville, what happened. And look, I'm going to be honest, and I'm not knocking Petrino. I like Petrino. Just for the record, just for those who wondered, he was different when he was here this time. He was different. He was a pleasure to work with. He was not a pleasure to work with the first time around. He was a pleasure to work with. I enjoyed every single second. I had a new view on Bobby Petrino, frankly, during the time that he was here. But guys, look at the turnovers. Look at how many times Arkansas turned the football over. For every big play, I mean, for all these great stats that you put together, they're meaningless numbers when you turn the ball over the way they did. All they are is stats. They mean nothing. And so that would be my question about what happens over there.
Yeah, I just wondered what happened, how it happened, how it got so bad, because I just didn't expect that from him as a coach.
Some of it was the personnel. Some of it was the personnel. They went out and they bought what they could afford. And I hate to put it in those terms, but that's kind of what they did on offense. They went out and they got what they could afford. And what they could afford put a lot of great offensive numbers together, but they continually lost the battle that, generally speaking, determines the outcomes of games. And so, Clay was talking about details a little bit earlier. Boy, that's a big detail right there, not turning the ball over. It's a huge detail. So that, to me, is going to determine their success or failure over there.
Chuck and Bo Show On Demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. You can catch Chuck and Bo on podcasts, wherever you get them, Spotify, Apple, YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. And the Fayetteville Auto Park brings you that every day. They do.
And I can tell you that the Fayetteville Auto Park, the thing that they do, and this is what separates them from everybody else, is what happens after you buy your automobile. I'll let you in on a little secret. You can get a good deal anywhere. You can go to any automobile dealership, and they'll make you a good deal. But what happens after that great deal? What happens when something goes wrong? What happens when you've got service scheduled that day, but you've got a meeting and you've got to find a way to get there? This is where Fayetteville Auto Park stands out. They continue their service after the sale, and that's why people continue to come back. And that's how you stay in business as long as they have. Now, they do have a great selection of automobiles. Honda, Acura, Chevy, Toyota. Great pre-owned selection. And you can check it all out at FayettevilleAutoPark.com.
Hold on, guys. I'm on the Chuck and Bo Show. Hold on.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Did you know Chevy of Fayetteville is the #1 volume dealer in Northwest Arkansas? That means nobody sells more cars, trucks, or SUVs than Chevy of Fayetteville. They've been a part of our community for over 25 years. They're supporters of our local schools and the Razorbacks. And they're the best after the sale. An award-winning service and parts department, a waiting area, complimentary loaners. So go see Chris Mark in Denver and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville inside the Fayetteville Auto Park.
Are you looking for tough, reliable equipment from people you can trust? WT Equipment is your local family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And yep, they're big-time hog fans too. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and more. They carry the brands you know and trust to get the job done. Whether it's equipment or implements, WT Equipment has the tools you need, including a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment today.
Chuck, you've been around a while, and look, I don't mean that ugly, and Bo, you've been around not as long as Chuck.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
What does the future look like? What does this week look like? And can you get yourself out of bed and just get rolling this morning with a smile on your face? Can you stare adversity in the eye?
Boy, you're asking a lot over there, man. I mean, with every question you're posing, I'm like, I don't know if I can do that.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You know, when I heard the news that the Chiefs were going to play in a new stadium beginning in 2031 and they were moving to Kansas, I immediately thought of Edward and wondered what the thoughts of Chiefs Nation were about this move into this grand new stadium over in Kansas. What are your thoughts, Edward?
Well, I'll preface it by saying I don't care what state they play in. That's
you got nothing against Kansas.
That's a lot of the discussion right now. I don't really care as someone who lives in Arkansas, who's not from either of these states. I know there's a lot of opinions about that, but the fact that the Chiefs are moving out of Arrowhead is really sad to me. I think it's an abomination, to be quite honest.
Why is that?
Because Arrowhead is a magical place, and this is just going to be another soulless billion-dollar billionaires, rich person's playground that nobody asked for. None of the real fans who go to Arrowhead and who have experienced it want or asked for a new stadium. I haven't seen that from anybody, any real person who goes to the games. And I'm sure it's going to be really nice. I'm sure it's going to be a great venue to watch a football game, but it's not Arrowhead. And it's not like these outdoor stadiums that have been around a long time. It's just sad to me.
Boy, my
son will have no long-term memories of going to Arrowhead.
How tragic!
Well, if things keep up the way they are, they'll have no memories of the Chiefs because it's the dynasty's dead. Mahomes is 100. They don't have anybody around him. Andy Reid's washed up. Can't call a play, save his life. Ever since Bieniemy left, they can't scheme up a first down, and they're no longer the Chiefs. They're like
you have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, you're welcome to tell me, like I always say, where I'm wrong.
Since Bieniemy left, the Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs after Bieniemy left.
Well, let's not get bogged down on the Bieniemy part. Let's focus more on the fact that
Mahomes is not.
Mahomes is washed up. And the dynasty's over.
And Andy Reid.
Well, that's just silly.
Andy Reid's gotten very vanilla with his play calling.
Hey,
here's so exciting.
Here's the thing, seriously, about that
fun.
stadium. Kansas City's right there in the middle. It's right in the middle of America. Kansas City is a thriving city, or it should be. They'll get the Super Bowl out of this. They'll get Final Fours out of this. They might even have. They'll have all kinds of events going on in that building. I'm a non-Chiefs fan, Edward. I've been to one game at Kansas City. I ain't going back. It's a dump. If you're not a Chiefs fan, there's nothing magical about it. There's nothing it's like going to War Memorial Stadium. It really is. But now if you're a Chiefs fan, I get it. If you're a Chiefs fan, I get it. But from a city perspective, Kansas City will be so much better off with this dome over there in Overland Park or wherever they're putting it. Yeah, it's going to be a rich man's playground. You're right. But so is everything else in sports right now. And the idea that you're going to turn back the clock, the Royals need
a huge problem.
The Royals need a new stadium. The Royals need a new stadium.
That I agree
Chiefs
with.
need a new. They're one and the same. Arrowhead's no better than Kauffman Stadium is. They were both great in their day, but you don't keep inferior stadiums open simply because they got a big parking lot. You don't do that.
The parking lot is awesome. It's a part of the experience.
But
it's
Edward,
a part of the
that's
fan
how you get
experience.
That's why Kansas City is where they are as a sports city. They're so provincial when it comes to the Chiefs. There's nothing else. Look, they should have Final Fours in Kansas City. There should be Super Bowls in Kansas City. This should be one of the thriving cities in Middle America from a sports perspective. They've got an arena downtown, a basketball arena, that does not host enough events. It simply does not host enough big sports events.
That's right.
They've got a football stadium out there that you cannot hold the kind of events in that you're going to be able to hold in that dome. They got a baseball park out there that has none of the amenities that new stadiums do. I realize the charm, and maybe dump was an exaggeration there. But my point is this: is they got to leave this stuff behind. You got, nostalgia does not serve you well all the time, and I get it. But they need that stadium. Kansas City needs it in a big way.
Also, it's going to be 5 years. They give them a time to put it,
You
a
can take
team
Bennett
together.
up there. You can take Bennett up there between
He
now
won't
and then.
remember.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he will.
He'll remember when he was
Yeah, he
5,
will.
taking a chunk of sod out of
It's
Arrowhead
just
and
sad.
bringing it home
It's
with him.
sad.
Well,
It's a stain on American football.
It's not. It's in 5
Yes, it
years,
is.
you'll be glad that you did it.
That's right.
Because in 10 years, the place is going to fall down anyhow.
No, it's not.
I liked going to Texas Stadium. I loved the hole in the roof so God could watch his team play. I loved all that. But the new stadium's 10 times better. I mean, the Cotton Bowl was played downtown for years and years and years. Cotton Bowl's 10 times better out there at AT&T Stadium. I mean, at some point, you just got to make the move.
I love the character that's coming out of you, but it's a little off.
It's a little off.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It's because
I don't voice my opinion
understand.
often. This is how I really feel.
No,
it's not a bit.
I know it is.
I
I
know.
think it's a
I know
shame.
it is.
I think it's
I
a shame
know,
and it's sad.
and I appreciate that. But I'm just
And the
telling
Kansas
you.
City fans in my life agree with what I'm saying.
But I mean, sometimes the adults have to step up and drag people
And
along
ruin
with
everything.
them.
Make everything more expensive.
It's going to be more expensive anyway.
Take the soul out of everything.
The Chiefs weren't worried about how expensive things were when
it's
they were
kind of a
winning Super
microcosm
Bowls.
of what's happened in corporate America to begin with. Everything, restaurants, everything. It's just gotten more
Everything,
boring.
yes.
It's gotten more gray. It's gotten more expensive.
I'm
I'm not kidding.
Well, I don't think the stadium's going to be gray and boring.
Well, I think it might be.
They're going to change the colors to gray and white.
I think it's going to be.
It's like every
pretty
McDonald's
electric.
you see now is just a gray rectangle. There's no more character anywhere in America.
There's a
I hear the vintage
And there's a
part
lot of
There's a
truth
point to
in
that.
that. And
There's
there's
a
a lot of
point
truth
there.
in that.
Yeah.
No, there's a point there. All
We've
these new
lost
stadiums are the same.
Yeah, the American people have lost their way
They're
in a
great.
number of ways, but this is one of them.
They're great venues. They're great places to watch.
We
a
have
game,
no
but they're
more
all the same.
personality
They're all the
in
same.
anything.
We are now in the reflection mode.
When
of
I drive
2025.
up to the football stadium in Kansas City, I don't think character stadium. I just don't. I mean, it served its purpose. They were playing there in the 60s.
Yes.
You know
It's
who
awesome.
still has that old school character you're talking about? Distribution Solutions Incorporated. DriveDSI.com. Yep. They're hiring drivers right now. DriveDSI.com. Check out the benefits, the home time, the vacation time. Edward says America's lost its way. Can we get it back in 2026? DriveDSI.com. Check out their website today. You guys are part of my family. Everyone that listens to this show is just part of the Chuck and Bo family. We're building a community here.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Looking for the perfect light beer to kick off the new year? Flight by Yingling raises the bar for light beers. With just 95 calories, you can enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of a Yingling, but it's a light beer. Grab a Flight at your favorite store or ask your bartender and take your beer game to new heights. It's perfect for the holidays or watching a game. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. Cutting corners is generally a bad idea. And when it comes to roofing, it's real bad. That's why Teamwork Roofing and Construction uses only the best materials, like Malarkey shingles, which perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Residential or commercial. Got a complicated job? They've got the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget. You need a roof that's built on quality and powered by Teamwork. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Log on to teamworkbuilt.com and get a quote today. That's teamworkbuilt.com.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicher Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicher Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life, too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
Imagine every sip and bite feels like you're celebrating the finer things in life. Chef Shiloh and the bartenders at Tusker's Tavern in Fayetteville have just dropped new menu items celebrating a cocktail culture and culinary craftsmanship. Daily happy hour, 5 to 6:30, 20% off wine by the glass and $5 local draft beer. And for fun, they've created Unhappy Hour, Monday through Wednesday from 9 to 11 p.m. with the same specials. It's Tusker's Tavern at the corner of Mission and Crossover in Fayetteville.
The nation's best home court advantage lives inside Bud Walton Arena. The Razorbacks are back inside the basketball palace of Mid-America, and Coach Calipari and the Hogs need you there and need you loud all season long. A limited number of single-game tickets are available right now. Just head over to ArkansasRazorbacks.com and purchase yours today.
I want to see you and Bart in the old three-legged race.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Let me just...
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Bart's over there fact-checking. Kind of ruined...
Just ruined the whole day for me. Has everything I've said on this show been fact-checked?
This would not have happened. This would not have happened.
Have you gone home and fact-checked everything I've said?
No.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Oh, we're back. We're back to finish off the year. And Edwards just...
what's the problem,
he's
Edward?
found his way into...
He's got this list of everything that sucks.
Things he'd like
it's
to
pretty
see
much everything.
change.
It stemmed from the Arrowhead news.
I know.
Yeah.
It bummed you out. All it took was bringing it back up again.
I get it.
I'm a
I
little
get where you're
bummed out.
coming from. I do. But not all change is bad. I mean, it might
This one
not-
is.
it
I
might-
agree with
might
that
be for
sentiment, but
you.
this change is
Yeah,
good.
it might be for you. I think for the greater good, it's probably going to be better for Kansas City.
What
like,
greater good is there?
well, Chuck laid it all out earlier. All the events you can
know if
have,
that's
and it's an
greater
amenity.
good.
Sports are an amenity. Okay,
boost the revenue.
That would be
Venues are an
terrible. That
amenity.
would be terrible to have the Super Bowl in Kansas City. Wouldn't that suck?
It would. It
You
would
can add
suck
that
for
to
the
your
economy.
list, Edward.
It'd be terrible.
Horrible.
But I get it from a nostalgic Chiefs fan perspective. But you're not the Cubs. You're not Wrigley. You're not Boston. You're not Fenway. You're not Green Bay. You're not
fine.
Lambeau.
That's fine.
And for Kansas City to keep up, I mean, they obviously feel like this is what they need to do.
That's fine.
And I
mean,
get it.
I am one person.
And
I can't stop it from happening.
I love.
I
I've
think
I've
you should
let
go
it out.
stand in front of the stadium when the bulldozers come.
No, it's not that
Stand
serious.
in front of the stadium.
I've
not going to
I've
let
let
them
it
come
out,
in.
and now I will accept it.
Well, that's what we're here for. Don't ever hold back. What else sucks?
Well, a lot of things suck.
Yeah.
Streaming sucks.
What do you mean?
We thought we were going to
we
save
tried
money.
to put
didn't we?
on, Cars on Disney the other day. My son loves cars right now, just like vehicles, and he had to watch like the same GMC ad like 12 times during the duration of an hour and 20-minute movie.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. What?
It's
is-
unbelievable.
can-
And
that
if
is
you don't want
unbelievable.
ads, it's like $90 a month for just
They
that.
did change
and then
that.
you got to get everything
They
else.
changed that
and-
on us. They did.
We've
They did.
talked about
Pulled
this
the
ad
rug out from
nauseum.
under
but
us.
They sure did.
Streaming sucks. You
I
can't.
wondered about
You can't go to Blockbuster
The whole
and rent a
point
movie
of the
anymore.
whole point of streaming was you pay for something and you're paying for it so you don't get the ads.
That's right.
And now they found a way to put
It's just
ads in
ridiculous.
there.
We were going to save money. Remember, we were going to save money by cutting the cord.
All
Now we
about
all
the
spend
rich.
more money on viewing than we've ever
They
spent in
fooled
our
us.
lives.
They
right.
fooled us.
They fooled us.
Robbing from the poor to give to the rich.
That's right.
Kansas
They
City.
tricked us.
It all goes back to Arrowhead Stadium. It's a microcosm of society, right?
It is.
Yeah, it really is. I'm really glad you pointed that out. Now, what to do about it?
Yeah.
Next hour.
I've got
You
some
can't
ideas.
do anything.
Bart has
The
Bart-
man's got us down.
Bart has a fix for the bowl games. Chuck and Bo on demand's driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Catch it wherever you get podcasts.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
When it comes to watching games, nobody does it like walk-ons. Over 60 TVs at every location, and the food and drinks win. Mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine like po' boys and gumbo, plus fan favorites like the best burger you can get anywhere, and more draft beers and cocktails than you can count. Incredible food, wonderful service, and a viewing experience like none other. Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this. Are you looking for tough, reliable equipment from people you can trust? WT Equipment is your local family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And yep, they're big-time Hog fans too. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and more. They carry the brands you know and trust to get the job done. Whether it's equipment or implements, WT Equipment has the tools you need, including a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment today. Need help growing your brand with strategy and creativity? At Vanquish Marketing, the mission is simple. Help businesses grow with clarity, kindness, and excellence. They don't just run ads or manage campaigns. They come alongside brands as a true partner. By creating data-driven marketing funnels and building strategies that scale, they equip their clients for long-term success. Guided by their core values, they know growth is about more than transactions. It's about people. Visit vanquish.marketing to jumpstart your brand today.
Donuts, Red Bull, and lottery tickets. I mean, how could you want anything
Courtesy
more?
of the Chuck and Bo Show.
The Chuck and Bo Show. Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
For those of you under 30, sorry, but we're talking about what
talking about
talk
old man
radio
stuff.
used to be on,
We're talking
which
like
was
your
just
dad.
AM radio.
That's right.
That was
Never heard.
exclusively talk radio. FM was for music. AM was for talk radio. The thing about AM radio is all you need is power. But there are some big cities that's still what talk radio is
I know.
on.
Oh, absolutely.
You know,
absolutely.
but that's the only time I ever even think about an AM station. But if things go south here, we're going to be on
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this much.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
I'm in my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "What's heard on the Chuck and Bo Show?"
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Hey, what is it about some of these teams that are having fun in bowl games, and some of them that, it's just like they got to get it out of the way. They got to do it. Like Notre Dame didn't even play. Was LSU really inspired to play? I don't know. Houston seemed more inspired. I was just watching a video of them celebrating in the locker room, eating like tomahawk steaks off the bone.
That's big.
That's
big.
But
Just
they're having a
gnawing it.
blast. They're having fun. They enjoy being there. And we have lost that, like, across the board. It used to be, most of the bowl games, there were like 5 that we didn't particularly care for at all. But the teams that played in them, they seem to have a good time. The Bahamas Bowl, whatever. I'm just thinking about some of those.
We need to bring that one back.
Well, some of those bowls that were played around Christmas, the Aloha Bowl or whatever, there were just some bowls that you're like, whatever, right? But a lot more bowls back when we had the BCS and we had just a 4-team playoff, and they were big deals. And then a few years ago, we had players opt out a little bit. Like, I'm not going to risk my NFL future to play in a meaningless bowl game. And we started losing it a little bit. And we've largely lost the excitement of bowl games outside of the playoff. But we still see some teams that seem to really enjoy it. And I was just pondering, what's the difference? What's the difference with the teams that really enjoy playing in the game? Houston beats LSU. They're at 10 wins for the season. They're excited as a program. They're billionaire boosters on the sideline talking about how great it is to Fertitta's having all this, just look, we have 35,000, Houston fans here. We're going to build on this next year. The portal's about to open. And you saw a twinkle in his eyes because he can buy players. And they're all excited. I think Virginia was really genuinely excited to play in a bowl game. They had a chance for the playoff all the way to the ACC
The teams
championship
that win
game.
seem to have a better time.
Well, that's true. But my point is the teams that seem to want to be there are
the ones
also
that won.
Yeah.
But before I get tongue in cheek, I think there are 2 actual factors in that. One is some of these programs that are in these bowl games are programs that haven't had a lot of success in recent memory, and maybe those players haven't had a lot of success. And so they are excited to get rewarded with a bowl game. Houston, not a very successful program in recent times.
That was
Virginia,
Arkansas at the Outback Bowl in Pittman's second year.
Virginia, not very successful in recent times. There are a number of programs like that are having those types of experiences. Like these Indiana players are going to have the time of their life. Now, I don't know if they're going to win the bowl game, but they're going to have the time of their life this week.
Rose Bowl, Indiana, Big Ten.
Yeah.
That's traditional big-time bowl game.
So that's part of it. The other part of it is the culture that's built and established in the program, right? And the buy-in from the team, the coaches, the administration, the fans. Like that's the other part of it, is that they're built to, these programs are built to have success and enjoy that success. And so you're seeing these teams enjoy what they built over the course of the year.
Well, I was just wondering. No.
Well, I think
talk about
sometimes
the bowl
you
games
can.
themselves,
I think you can confuse fan bases with teams, and by this I mean I've never been to a bowl game where I didn't feel like everybody that went on the trip had a good time. Maybe 1 or 2, but most of the time bowl trips are fun. No matter where you go. Now for the fans, if you thought you'd be in a better bowl game or it's not a destination you want to visit, that's a whole different deal. But teams are treated pretty well at all these bowl games. Kids are.
Now we got to make the bowls better. We gotta have some better sponsors for these bowl games. We got to create a better environment. Yeah, I've got
Do you have ideas?
I have ideas, yeah.
Right.
We can fix bowl games.
All right, we'll get back to that. 877-377-6963. I want to take Rod's call. We're going to get back to it.
Rod, what's up?
Hey, Rod, good morning.
Good morning. I wish we had a winning season. I'd be excited about that more than the bowl game. But Bonnie Diem and Salvi Dia. That's good morning, and hoping this finds you well, gentlemen.
Well, thank you. Same.
But,
right back at you.
Yeah. Ditto.
Yeah, Edward, I'm sorry about your parking lot. We'll take up a movement to get that named after you, the Edward Arrowhead Memorial Parking Lot. It'll be in Kansas this time, though, right? But, it is what it is. I'd miss my favorite parking lot, too. It's Walmart. But, hey, that's another subject, right?
It is.
Yeah, I like Walmart. Yeah, you can hang out there, all kinds of things.
Spend a week there. Yeah. They'll let you park out there and sleep and everything.
Where is the most interesting Walmart parking lot?
I like Kelly over Fort Smith at the end of 540.
What do you
I
like
about that
it?
one.
What is it you like about it?
Well, I sit there and play video games on my phone, and a strange man comes and puts groceries in the back of my vehicle, and I thank him very much, and I go home. My favorite place, home. I think Chuck could appreciate that. I took 4 days off and didn't leave the house for 3 of them, right?
That's
a
certain amount of truth to that.
Yeah, that's right down his alley.
Yes, I took 4 days off and still have a full tank of gas. So, yep, that's a good one.
What'd you get for Christmas, Rod?
Coal, I think.
Okay.
No, I didn't get a
coal.
Yeah, I didn't get a single. I didn't give anything. I didn't get anything. My wife and I have kind of shied away from Christmas, and she celebrates Krampus. I told her to take 2 Midol and fix that right up. But what do I know? It'll be all right.
This call.
Yeah. I got slapped and told what I was. So
yeah. Well,
that's all.
Like
that's all taken care of now.
Yeah.
No. What is Krampus anyway? I have no idea. She says it, but I don't know what it means.
I don't know. They've got a Tom Segura Netflix special right now. Chappelle's got one. You ought to try
I'll watch
for
that.
it. Yeah.
I'll watch that.
Yeah, you ought to try for that. We got the comedy routine.
Anyway.
Going. Yeah.
That's all I got. I don't know.
Well, that's enough. That's a lot.
I never know.
That's plenty.
Never know what I'm going to say. I don't know what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
But
Are you back to work today? You back to work?
Are you back to keeping America rolling today? Are you keeping us moving?
I was back yesterday. I work Sundays. Part of the evil of having food Monday. You know what I mean? But there's always one of these trucks rolling somewhere. I don't care what time or what holiday it is. Somebody's always doing it because people they get offended by not having any food.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate it. So, tip of the cap.
No problem.
Thank you, Rod.
Keep it safe out there. It's Rod on I-40.
Cruising down the road. Keeping America moving.
He doesn't know what he's going to say. We don't know what he's going to say. But there is some sort of humor attached to all of it.
Yeah.
Comment attached to humor.
When you're out on the road all the time.
Yeah, you talk to yourself.
I'll bet you do. I would imagine you do.
I think that a lot of thoughts, a lot of windshield time, a lot of thoughts.
Yeah.
It's 8:10. It's Monday morning, and we have Christmas in the rearview mirror, and we're staring 2026 in the face.
Ooh, right smack dab in the face.
I think this is a really awkward time, to be honest. We are sort of in no man's land right here. And I don't know, I think the joy of Christmas has subsided. The Bills have become a reality, not the Buffalo Bills, Bills as in the ones you pay. And 2026 is, you're not sure what to think about it. And am I reading the vibe right? Am I reading the mood right?
Well, to me, it just happens so fast. I mean, every year just flies by. It's like, wow, it's Christmas. It's New Year's. I'm not ready.
Yeah.
And, but,
it's
going to happen whether you're ready or not.
For some of us, we're looking at a mountain of work ahead of us. For others, we're wondering where work's going to come from. And for Edward, he's just sort of disappointed in America.
You got to get his kid.
That's another thing that sucks that Rod mentioned was Walmart. Walmart sucks now.
What?
They took away the smiley face branding.
Really?
Yeah.
You got some
You
vintage
know the-
concerns.
Man, what happened?
You got
what
some-
happened to you over the week?
Well, pretty much all like new logos are just so boring and bland, and
Yeah.
you know, the rich.
Well,
the
why do you
rich
think
people
that
changing
is?
it.
Why do you think that?
I don't
You've got
know.
a problem with the man. I mean,
I do have a problem
You've
with
said
the man.
rich people like half a dozen
It is the
times.
man. You're right. It's the man.
You
What's
like
your problem
custom
with
and
rich
character.
people?
You like customized character.
Yeah, I like personality.
You
I
don't like the sort of like you mentioned McDonald's earlier. Like
Yeah.
the airplane McDonald's had some character. You go to a McDonald's in another town or country even or whatever, and it's like, oh, look at that. That's sort of a vintage McDonald's.
Yeah.
Now that you're saying
There used to be
all just like
charm. There used to be
cookie cutter,
personality.
Cookie cutter.
Now they're just gray rectangles, and I don't even really like McDonald's, but
yeah.
it's it's.
I understand what you're saying though.
Yeah.
Edward's not even 30, and he's already a
You
grumpy
can
old
apply
man.
that same thing
Can you
to so
imagine?
many different things.
Well, like it's becoming a thing now where the vintage, and maybe it's already been a thing for a while, but vintage is something that people are going for.
That's right.
Like they want to go back and they want to reclaim and rediscover the originals.
Yes.
Of whatever it is.
That's right.
Oh, they want people want things to be the way they've always been. They don't want to have to change things.
That's part of it. But what Edward's going for is just that traditional it's tradition. It's like having the original logo.
That's right. Sometimes it's
the slobbering
change
hog.
is fine. Change is fine. It is. It is good to change and evolve and grow. But sometimes things can get over evolved.
Sanitized,
There's no
corporatized.
reason to change stuff.
All
Sometimes,
this over a
and
parking
it still
lot.
gets changed.
All this over a parking lot. At
Well,
a
that's what
football
got him
stadium.
started. Yeah,
That's right.
That's what got him started.
All this
the
over
great
a parking lot.
tailgating, the great tailgating at Arrowhead.
That's right.
I mean, it is one of the great tailgates in the NFL.
That's right.
And we have lost great tailgates because it's all inside now.
Because
for $20
the man
a pop.
is bringing us down. Kidnap Shamu and put her in a chlorine tank.
Good Lord.
The man's been doing it for a long time.
Oh, my God.
No
Yeah.
stopping now.
This is heavy.
Hey, we're really getting
This is
Edward's
heavy.
psyche right here now.
Yeah.
man.
What is on your New Year's resolution list?
Man, Edward had a great life until
Stick
the
it to the
Chiefs
man.
moved to Kansas.
That's
Number
the only
one.
item.
Number one on the resolutions list.
Oh,
Stick
my
it to the
God.
man.
That's awesome.
That's ambitious.
Yeah.
Are you going to have time to be here with this ambitious undertaking?
Yes, I'll
You
have
have
to
time to
put
be
it on
here with
my-
us?
I'll put it on my Google Calendar.
Yeah, yeah.
Block out some
So are you going to protest
weekly
at the
time.
stadium or are you going to go to SeaWorld? Which is first? Which is first?
Ah, jeez.
And
Both
which
are-
one are you
both
going
terrible.
to? And which one are you going to?
Hey, let me talk to you about Hardcroft gutters just for a second.
Well, let's get it right
Can
out
I
of the
break
gutter.
the mood?
I'd like
Can
to
I
get
break
it
the
out.
mood?
Let's get. Everybody needs a gutter, but we got to get out
Hey,
of the
one
gutter.
thing I do know about 2026 is Hardcroft Seamless Gutters will be committed to meeting your needs. If you're located outside of our immediate area, for example, don't hesitate to call them. Don't hesitate to text them. Lots of times they're willing to travel a little bit further than you might think, but more oftentimes than not, you can send them a picture, and they've got a pretty good idea of what's going on. Sometimes they can talk you through it. Sometimes they need to come out. Whatever the situation is, you can always count on them to give you the best information. Hogcroft Gutters is who we're talking about. They've been in business for over 30 years, locally owned, locally operated, licensed, insured. Learn more about them. Log on to hoggutters.com.
I don't know if anybody else is having fun, but this is a blast for me.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Some moments call for more than just a win. They call for unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you're not just buying a diamond. You're creating an experience that starts the moment you walk through the door. Their newly remodeled space is absolutely stunning, and Cafe B has a personal touch you won't find anywhere else. Their in-house diamond expert makes it easy to find the perfect piece for any occasion, and that purple bag, still undefeated when it comes to saving the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
Did you know Chevy of Fayetteville is the #1 volume dealer in Northwest Arkansas? That means nobody sells more cars, trucks, or SUVs than Chevy of Fayetteville. They've been a part of our community for over 25 years. They're supporters of our local schools and the Razorbacks. And they're the best after the sale. An award-winning service and parts department, a waiting area, complimentary loaners. So go see Chris Mark in Denver and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville, inside the Fayetteville Auto Park.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Cutting corners is generally a bad idea. And when it comes to roofing, it's real bad. That's why Teamwork Roofing and Construction uses only the best materials, like Malarkey shingles, which perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Residential or commercial. Got a complicated job? They've got the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget. You need a roof that's built on quality and powered by Teamwork. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Log on to teamworkbuilt.com and get a quote today. That's teamworkbuilt.com. Hey, I'm sorry if this makes too much sense. I am more than happy to hear where I'm off on this.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Are you in the holiday spirit yet?
No, I'm not. And I don't think it's a shortcoming. I'm not trying to get there. It's just that, like, the week will come and it'll happen organically.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
All right, reset the headlines.
All right, here we go.
For Bart Fix's bowl games. Final time Arkansas is going to play in 2025. The next time will be 26. They'll play Tennessee on Saturday at 2 o'clock. But tonight at 7 o'clock, Bud Walton Arena, James Madison. On the call will be Chuck and Z right here on these radio stations. And then you could catch it on television. It'll be streaming SEC Network Plus. North Carolina and Coach Bill Belichick working towards hiring Bobby Petrino. Hasn't been made official yet. All signs point to it happening, that Petrino will be the new OC at North Carolina. This has been reported for days, but it still hasn't been made official by UNC. Kyle Whittingham hired as Michigan's next head coach. Whittingham had stepped down, was, quote, retiring at Utah, and has a 5-year deal making about $8 million a year to save the Michigan program.
And I'll bet he does. I'll bet he saves them.
What a great final act opportunity it would appear for Kyle Whittingham, who basically spent most of his career, wasn't it all of his career as a head coach at Utah? He took the job when Urban Meyer left for Florida.
He was an assistant to Urban there at Utah and then got promoted to head coach. Yeah.
Stayed there this whole time And, for him, a brand like Michigan, to be able to take that job after thinking, I don't think it ended particularly the way he wanted it to at Utah. He said it was his decision to leave. But regardless, it wasn't, necessarily a wonderful, celebrated ending to his career, what you would expect or want to have for as much time as he spent at Utah.
And the success he's had.
Exactly. And now here he is with an opportunity at Michigan. That's just kind of it's fortuitous.
Well, Utah kind of fell into the trap that a lot of schools fall into. New guys don't want to deal with the old guys. Simple as that. And so, he kind of got, by the end, they were ready for him to go, which is incredible to me. Kyle Whittingham is a true leader of men, and that's why he'll do well at Michigan. Some of these coaches, and I'm just going to say it, they've got great football acumen. We've had a couple of them here. Are they really leaders of men, though? Those are the teams that win. Those are the programs that win. And I think Michigan's hired a real football coach, and they'll do well under Whittingham. He'll bring him back. They'll be on steady ground, and he'll hand it off to somebody else here in 3 or 4 years.
Reports have Arkansas safety Miguel Mitchell and defensive tackle Ian Jeffrey entering the transfer portal. The portal opens for business on January 2nd, where you can actually start signing players out of the portal.
Yeah, you can make an announcement now. You can declare what you're going to do now, but you can't start signing them till Friday.
And we're still awaiting word on who won the $1.8 billion lottery from Cabot, Arkansas.
And are they a Razorback fan? Can they solve all our problems?
And are they? And is it a female? And is she single? And is she looking for a Bart?
Yeah.
Okay.
For example,
Bart. Who cares about Bart?
Well, I mean,
$1.8 billion. That'll cover up a lot of stuff.
Now that is, that's next level.
Oh man,
that is next level. That's $500 million if you take the lump sum after taxes.
Yeah,
$500 million.
Roughly $500 million.
Yeah, roughly. What would you do with the money is something people love to talk about. Edward would name, he'd already said, put Edward Cornyn Razorback Stadium.
He'd buy Arrowhead Stadium.
He'd buy, I don't know if you could do that.
Yeah, he could. Yeah, he could.
The new stadium's $4 billion.
He would build a new stadium right there on that parking lot.
Have a nickel.
Yeah. There's what would you do? What can you do? First thing you do, Bart. Would you still come into work?
Yes. At least for a little bit.
I'd come in a day to gloat. I would come in a day and gloat for a little while.
From you again?
No, and never.
Did you give us any? Did you give us any cash, Chuck?
No.
On the way out?
No.
Are you serious?
Not a little tip?
Maybe.
Not even $100.
Hey, man. I mean,
Yeah.
Breakfast?
I mean, that's the thing. People start asking for money.
See, that's just it.
Everybody's
the minute you win,
it's nothing to you, Chuck.
That's how lottery people go broke.
Yeah.
Is there's 100 Barts and Edwards out there going, hey, man, you going to give me a tip?
Yeah.
You going to give me a tip for being your friend?
A little gift?
Yeah.
For all this time I've put into you?
Yeah.
All the time I've been here
All
when
the
you had
time I've
nothing to offer,
invested.
and
All
now
the
that you
time
have
I would do
something
the
to
same
offer
for you, Chuck.
You would not.
Yes, I would. I see you people more than I see pretty much anybody else besides.
Yeah, but
my
the thing
family.
is, do you do it because you have to, or do you do it because you want to? And what happens in these situations, it would appear to me, is there are suddenly no reasons to hang out with these people anymore that you used to hang out with. Like you only thought you had something in common until you have $500 million in your pocket. And you're like, I really never did like that guy anyhow.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to be spending much time with him, especially now that he's asking me for money.
Even $100.
Money, this is the thing. Money does change a lot of people and change a lot of things.
Changes relationships.
It absolutely.
Changes everything.
Changes your awareness of relationships. That's what happens.
I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens. Bart, are we ever going to get to you fixing these bowl games for us?
Yeah, maybe.
What do you
make
have?
the bowl games great
So
again,
we love
Bart.
the Pop-Tarts Bowl because they've made it fun.
It's fun. It's fun.
I've got
fun
better
as a fan.
sponsors. Because we have these bowl games that are just frankly hilariously bad. Like the ReliaQuest Bowl and the Rate Bowl and the the 68 Ventures Bowl. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Lame. Get out of here.
I mean, I appreciate the fact that they're sponsoring the bowl.
I don't
They're
really
helping pull the
care.
ball off.
Well,
But-
they're just giving money to ESPN.
What are they
That's all
really
they're
getting
doing.
out of it?
That's all they're
Nobody's
doing.
gotten more bang for their buck than the people who bought the Pop-Tarts Bowl.
100%.
I mean,
congratulations to that marketing team.
So I have some ideas for better bowl sponsors. Basically,
Okay.
We've mentioned one, Buc-ee's.
Yeah, that's a good
Buc-ee's.
one.
would
Oh, you
be
got to have a Buc-ee's Bowl.
Gotta have one.
It'd be phenomenal. Maybe a holy guacamole bowl.
All right.
A lot of guacamole involvement.
Okay.
Coach gets doused with a
Yeah.
bucket of guac. It'd be great.
Table side.
The how about the Jefferson Pilot Sports Bowl? And
Well,
this
that's
features
vintage.
that's the whole point of the game. Is it features a vintage broadcast
At
It's
11
all-
a.m.
It's all throwback. You've got Dave, and Dave. It's like it's just
Dave
playing
Rowe.
into.
They got to go back to those old
nostalgia.
jackets and all that.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And the television's got to be slightly grainy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Be great.
It's the Vintage Bowl, the Jefferson
right.
Pilot Vintage Bowl.
The Dave and Buster's Bowl. Okay, like the football teams would love a Dave and Buster's Bowl. You put the games in the end zone, they score a touchdown,
ball,
they go
play a little
straight to
skee
skee
ball.
ball or the basketball, pop a shot. Whatever. It'd be great.
What's wrong, Edward?
I would just say with the Dave and Buster's Bowl, you'd probably have to have a moment of silence for Buster before the game started.
Buster die?
Buster passed away a few years ago. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Thank you for that.
Dave and the late
Let's
Buster.
just take
It's
one
the
now.
Dave Bowl.
the late Buster Bowl.
We'll take one now.
The Tyson Chicken Bowl.
Yeah.
The Tyson Chicken Bowl.
Dump chicken nuggets on it?
Absolutely. You have chicken nuggets in the shape of the mascots of the two teams playing. Like there's a ton of stuff you could do there.
All the possibilities.
All of them.
The Lysol Toilet Cleaning Bowl for the two worst teams that make a bowl game that year. They're in the Lysol Toilet Bowl. Just play into it, lean into it. You're both 5-7. You shouldn't be in a bowl game, but if we're gonna do it, let's have some fun with it.
Kind of like Mr. Irrelevant in the draft. You make a big deal out of
Let's
it.
have some fun with it. And the losing coach gets flushed down a toilet or something like that.
Yeah.
Clearly, you thought
Yeah.
through this.
I mean,
no, I think that's
it's good.
toilet.
Yeah.
No, it would be,
Yes.
but you got to have the TV network play along. So the
Right.
graphics and all
Right.
that stuff with all
ESPN,
of these things.
come on, let's go.
With all of these things.
Let's go. Stop selling sponsorships to these lame companies that nobody knows what they are. We don't care.
Toilets you can flush on the
we
sideline.
don't care. Lysol Toilet Bowl. Let's go.
Flush bad plays, all of that. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm here for it.
Suey fan in Fort Smith says, I want to see the Bad Boy Mowers Bowl. Isn't there already a Bad
It was
Boy
the
Mowers Bowl?
Bad Boy Mowers.
Just the girl that's in that
Gasparilla-
commercial wasn't
Gasparilla
there.
Bowl.
She wasn't there.
Um,
But there's been a Bad Boys Mower Bowl.
It was the Gasparilla Bowl. That was their sponsor.
Okay.
It was.
All right. I just want to be clear on that.
They actually now sponsor the Pinstripe Bowl. It's the Bad Boy Mowers Pinstripe Bowl.
Yeah, but they're not.
Get rid of that game. I don't care.
But they're not doing what
I don't
we're
need
saying.
a game at
We
Yankee
need-
Stadium. I don't
Well-
care. I don't care. I don't need a game at Fenway. I don't care. It's not cool. It's not cool. It's not enjoyable.
It's not cool, man.
I don't care.
That's not cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl. Get out of here.
Quick Trip, do they get a bowl?
They can. They could compete with Buc-ee's.
What about
then you could have the
Maverick?
winner of
What
the
about the
Quick
Maverick?
Trip.
The adventure starts here.
The winner of the Quick Trip Bowl plays the winner of the Buc-ee's Bowl in the I don't know.
How about the Silver Dollar City Bowl or the Walt Disney Bowl? Well, like.
Well, then they just
no
be
Disney.
then they just be giving money
No
to
Disney.
themselves. There's no profit there for the Walt Disney Company.
How many bowls are in Orlando now, too? Got 3, 4?
We got a bunch of them at the
Yeah.
old Citrus Bowl.
Yeah.
Orlando, Tampa, they each have multiple bowls.
I like bowl games in those places. I think every bowl should be played in Florida.
Anyhow,
That's what I
we
think.
got to figure out a way to make these
Except the Rose
bowls
Bowl.
more entertaining, and the Pop-Tarts Bowl has done it. I mean, when they have a live toaster as a trophy, I mean, come on. That's amazing.
They
Well,
toast the live mascot.
They have
and eat it.
sparkles in the end zone.
It's
Crazy.
wonderful.
Sprinkles. They have sprinkles in the end zone.
I mean, everybody in that had a good time.
The helmets too, Chuck.
Yeah, the
Did
helmets
they?
had sprinkles.
The
on
helmets were
stripes.
sprinkled.
I like your idea about the throwback with the announcers and all that. Like
That
I was
is
thinking
pretty
about
good.
how you could have the Monday Night Football Bowl, and you could bring back, even if they're not, obviously we've had guys that were the best in that role that are no longer with us.
All you got to do is computer generate their voices.
That's
It'd
all you
be
got to
easy.
do. That's all you got to do. John Madden Bowl.
Yeah,
The
Howard
Madden
Cosell,
Bowl.
the whole deal.
They're making a movie about John Madden with Nick Cage. Nick Cage is in the broadcast booth as John Madden. The Madden Bowl.
Yeah, you have a Hollywood Bowl and have like just some Hollywood, like Matthew
This
McConaughey
is
and
not-
somebody
this
else
is not
call the
diffi-
game.
This is not difficult.
I mean,
It's not hard.
It's really not hard.
Anybody
It just-
can do
it
this.
just requires
They're
somebody
paying
to-
millions to marketing departments, Bart, and all they should do is listen to you.
Well, and
Pay me the millions. I'll give you all the ideas you need.
You do it for half the rate.
I'll tell you, Bart, if your ideas were a third about how good you think they are, I don't know like how we would ever hang on to you. I mean, they sound great to us, but for some reason they're not happening. I mean,
well, that's because the suits that Edward talked about earlier. They don't listen to smart ideas. They listen to the same ideas year after year because they're guaranteed to bring in a certain amount of money.
Cookie
They
cutter
don't want to change.
approach.
They don't want to change anything.
Teamwork
They just wanna keep
Roofing,
making money.
Teamwork Roofing and Construction may be putting the roof on that new stadium in Kansas. Just, I mean, they could do it. They can do any job.
Well, that
no
would be
job.
great.
Too
They
big.
could do that.
Too
Oh,
small.
now
Yeah,
you're
too
on
difficult.
board.
None of that.
Well, I like the people at
Licensed
Teamwork.
crews for any job. They'll get it done. And in a complicated world where everything is now looking the same and feeling the same, they can still bring uniqueness to your job, whether it's a remodel or the roof. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. They've got certified crews. They've got the best materials. That's all they'll use because you need a job that's going to last. If you're looking for a quote, make sure you make them one of your choices. Teamworkbuilt.com. Check out their website. You can see videos, pictures, all the work they've done, and you can contact them there. Teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Built on quality, powered by teamwork.
I know this is an audio medium, and I shouldn't just shake my head, but words fail me.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey folks, Chuck Barrett here, the voice of the Razorbacks. And if you're ready for freedom from glasses or contacts, there's only one name you need to know: McDonald Eye Associates. Whether it's LASIK, clear lens exchange, or advanced cataract surgery, they've got the solution to help you see your best, no matter your age. Doctors Betts and Mengarelli are the real deal, two of the most experienced surgeons anywhere. They've even taken care of my eyes. And now I'm seeing the basketball court crystal clear. I'm so glad I chose McDonald Eye, and you will be too.
Guys, regardless of our age, feeling good is something we all want. That's what the Sweatnum Edge is all about. It's where health, confidence, and peak performance come together. We all face challenges like low energy, hair loss, who's looking at me, stubborn weight, and skin health. The good news is we can do something about it. Get your free evaluation today and see where you are. Chuck and I have both done it and are better off for it. Log on to SweatnumCosmetic.com and click on the Sweatnum Edge. Kids, there's never a good deal good enough with a bad person. Still a bad deal.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
If you enjoy fake AI-generated stories and getting scammed on the internet, Facebook is for you.
That's what I like. That's what I want.
Yeah.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I got fooled again over the weekend.
Really?
Well, that picture of Clay, in the Santa suit with the bourbon and the cigar, I thought it was real.
That wasn't him?
No, it was AI generated.
No.
Yes. I thought it was real.
I thought he actually took the photo.
I thought it was a real deal. I thought he was wearing
sent
the
it.
suit. I know. He's got a cigar, glass of bourbon. He's got Jean Ann there, Mrs. Claus. They're in the Santa and Mrs. Claus outfits.
Yeah.
I thought it was real.
I thought it was 100%.
Not real.
This is the first time hearing of it not being real.
No, fake.
That's incredible.
Clay revealed that a little bit earlier today.
Really?
Yes.
That wasn't real.
No.
That's
No.
What a world. I mean, is anything real anymore?
I don't
What's
know
real?
the answer to that question. I really don't.
What is real? I mean,
When someone says keeping it real, what does that really
I don't
mean?
know. I've heard about these dating apps, and people they put a profile picture on there, and you show up, and you meet at Applebee's, and that's not the person that you thought you were meeting.
That's called catfishing.
I've heard that.
Well, I mean, that's fairly common from what I understand. I mean, it's a dangerous world. You get on Instagram, you compare yourself to other people. They're not real. You're real.
Or it's like the image is altered. It might be them.
Yes.
But you don't really look like you did in that picture.
Filters.
Yeah,
they put filters on there, and they
yeah,
can
whole deal.
They can make you lose weight. They can make you, put a little on.
There we go.
they can do all this stuff.
Now we're getting to the heart of the matter.
Yeah, I mean, they can do all kinds of things.
There we go. Make you lose weight.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, really.
right there.
Well, I mean, on photos. Like,
I know.
My point is, what's real?
I'm with
What's
you.
real?
I understand.
We're out here, living in this comparison world of things that aren't even real. I mean, you really don't know what somebody else is.
I honestly
is going
now,
through.
I have to admit, when I look on, as you say, social media for me is Facebook. But even on that, when I look at that, I don't know if what I'm looking at's real or not. I'll never look at a picture of Clay the same way
Me
again.
either. In fact, I was just thinking.
Is that what Clay's really wearing?
I spent the whole weekend thinking to myself, I felt terrible. I could never be Santa Claus like that.
No, I was
never.
yes.
As I grow older and I become, when I have all these grandkids running around, not just one, and I'm going to try to, be Santa as Clay was in that photo, I got no shot.
I looked at that picture.
Find out it's fake.
Yeah, I looked at that picture. Clay's a really different guy at home, evidently, than he is at work. He was like a fun guy, and then it's not real.
What else is going on there? Yeah, exactly. What kind of characters is Clay?
Unbelievable. I didn't know
what other pictures are we going to be getting? What? That's back to the bowls right there. You need a Santa bowl. You need the sleigh and the reindeer and all that.
Who sponsors that? Santa himself?
I mean, you can figure one out.
Does Santa suck too, Edward?
No, I like Santa.
Edward's been on this kick.
Maybe
ever
it's
since
because Christmas is over. That's why.
You were so festive.
It's like
going into Christmas.
Post-Christmas dread.
Yeah. It's the.
I don't know anyone that was looking forward to Christmas more than you.
Yeah,
It's
it's a
great.
high. It's a high. You had a big letdown.
The whole 2 months of Christmas
what
season
I
was great.
Was trying to describe
Christmas
earlier.
was great.
When we're in this no man's land.
It is a
deal.
weird week.
Were the pictures of you real? The ones that I saw before Christmas?
Absolutely.
That big smile
I don't
on
do
your face?
AI. AI is destroying the environment.
Well, I mean, it's certainly making it difficult to find out what's real. I mean, I think part of what you had is December 25th happening on a Thursday, right? So that was the big event of last week. And this week, now we've got this entire week post-Christmas, and you're not really sure what you're looking forward to, and you're kind of bummed that it's all over. And you're not like, do you look forward to New Year's Day, for example?
Not particularly.
What we need basically Christmas and New Year's to pretty much be in the same week.
Like a Saturday to Saturday.
Like it just takes up the whole week. Everybody knows that pretty much not everybody's off work, unfortunately, but that's just the way it is.
2 weeks off.
But it's like, yeah, that's what should have happened this week. We should have taken 2 weeks off. Everybody should have taken 2 weeks.
I tried to tell Bart.
Yeah.
You really did. You tried to tell Bart we should take 2 weeks off, and Bart, nope,
We'll make the adjustment next year.
We'll make the adjustment next year.
Christmas is on Friday
what I'm
next
talking
year,
about.
Bart.
Yeah,
Christmas is on Friday.
We'll make the adjustment.
I've already looked.
Next year it'll be like, it'll be a Wednesday.
It's Friday.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off, then the entire next week. That's what it'll be.
So just reverse it.
It'll be like eight. It'll be like 8 days off in a row. Yeah. But this is weird because you're coming back, trying to get in some sort of
and then you're
work
out
thing.
again. Yeah.
But then the first is right around the corner.
It's my fault. It's my fault. I was
not your
trying
fault.
to be.
It's
It's
the
not
calendar.
your fault.
It's the
Bart.
calendar.
I
It's
like a
not
short
your fault.
work week.
I was trying to be responsible.
It's the calendar.
I don't have any problem.
I don't
with
know
it.
if you got to enjoy a Yingling over the holidays, but man, it's great for the holidays, and it's great to watch a game with. Games happening. There's a 1:00 bowl game today. Do you know who's playing? Georgia Southern and App State.
Which
1
bowl
o'clock.
is it? Which bowl is it?
It's the Birmingham
The
Bowl.
Birmingham Bowl, baby.
It's
Gotta go.
Dow
Gotta
Loggins, 5-7.
5-7.
Gotta
Dow
go.
looking for
Replace it with the
get 6
Jefferson
wins.
Pilot Bowl. It's come on.
By the way, Alex Mortensen exchanged texts with him. We're going to get him on the show. Maybe we can do it tomorrow.
It'd be great.
Wow.
I mean, what
a story.
What a story. Got head coach, permanent head coach now. Nobody's permanent, but the full-time head coach.
Until he gets fired.
At UAB.
We're all
That's
temporary.
That's all we are.
Everybody's day to day.
If you're looking for a place to watch the games, do it at Walk-On's. Great food. Not a bad. Burgers are awesome. I mean, everything from the ribeye steak to the Cajun Dillas to the cheese logs. I mean, tenders are great. The salads are awesome. The mango tuna bowl, 60 TVs or more at every location. And while you're there, ask about Flight by Yingling on draft. It tastes like a Yingling, but it's only 95 calories. It's the next generation of light beer brewed from America's oldest brewery. It's 8:45 on a Monday that is in the middle of we don't know what, but it is December 29th, and it's cold outside. Good morning. You really make me want to call you a moron. I'm not going to do that, but I want to.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Looking for the perfect light beer to kick off the new year? Flight by Yingling raises the bar for light beers. With just 95 calories, you can enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of a Yingling, but it's a light beer. Grab a Flight at your favorite store or ask your bartender and take your beer game to new heights. It's perfect for the holidays or watching a game. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer.
When something goes wrong, a car wreck, an injury, mounting debt, or getting denied the help you deserve, it's hard to know where to turn.
That's when Cadell Reynolds shows up. This is a team that fights for Arkansans. Personal injury, disability, bankruptcy, they handle it all. And they know how to get results.
You've got enough to deal with. Don't try to figure it out alone.
Call Cadell Reynolds, 866-314-3728, or visit CadellReynolds.com.
Cadell Reynolds. Make the right call.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Are your gutters ready for fall? Leaves are coming, and that means it's time to protect your home. At Hogtroff Gutters, they install high-quality leaf guards that actually work. Don't waste money on the cheap guards from big box stores that clog up, and don't get stuck paying triple the price with those big national companies. With Hogtroff, you get the best of both worlds. Professional installation, premium aluminum, and stainless steel guards, as well as a 20-year warranty. Give them a call today to schedule your free inspection, or visit hoggutters.com.
There's no better shopping experience than you're going to find at Macadoodles or at Guess Who in Bentonville. And every Wednesday is Wine Down Wednesday. 15% off every bottle of wine in the store, even if it's already on sale. But when it comes to selection, amazing prices, and unbeatable customer service, Macadoodles and Guess Who in Bentonville is second to none. Wine, beer, and spirits. Stock up for your next party or just stop by and grab your favorite. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista, and Guess Who in Bentonville. Distribution Solutions Incorporated began providing superior customer service back in 1997 based out of Harrison, Arkansas, and they're supporting our local communities today and always looking for professional OTR drivers. DSI knows drivers by name. They're about their people, and when you work with DSI, it feels more like a family than a job, and they know home time matters. If you're a driver, check out their website, drivedsi.com. All the benefits, all the vacation time, and that home time that matters.
Hold on, guys. I'm on the Chuck and Bo Show. Hold on.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I will confess, I've reached the point in my life when my main goal every day is to get home. So once I'm there, it's going to take quite a bit to get me back out.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Happy birthday to Nolan Richardson. Turned 84 on the 27th. Rolling with Nolan. And,
wow.
What a lot of great memories from his time here. Great to see him around the program. With
Memories
Cal
of a lifetime.
And all that.
You know, when you think about Nolan, I was thinking about this a couple of days ago when I saw it was his birthday. If you want to talk about maybe the top 5, 10 most influential figures in our state, I'm not just talking about sports. I'm talking about top 10 most influential people in our state, the history of our state. I think Nolan's on that list. There are 2 sports figures, he and Broyles. I would put on that list.
I would say he's on that list in terms of college basketball.
Well,
too.
I'm talking about society.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying, and I agree with that, Chuck. I think what I'm saying is I think he's also one of the most influential figures in the history of college basketball.
Maybe so.
I mean, he was a trailblazer and a pioneer in a lot of different ways in just the sport of basketball, and he rightfully so. He's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. You're right. I mean, it's hard to find many that have done more than he did. In a lot of ways, and especially how he did it all. Boy, you talk about vintage. Go back and look at some of those videos of what he was wearing, and the boots and the polka dots and all that. Boy, that was a different time.
I mean, it was the
windbreakers, some flair, and some substance to it as well. But when you think about birthdays, you think about balloons sometimes. And this story's been hanging around, and we haven't really done anything with it. Somebody came out, the Freedom of Information Act wanted to, I don't know why people look things up like this, but how much money Arkansas spent on balloons as a football program.
I saw that.
And it was $36,000. And I thought to myself, well, everybody's doing that. I mean, it's part of, we don't have that
lot of
perspective, but
when
when you're running
the balloon business,
when you're running
That's what I thought.
When you're running
start blowing up balloons,
an athletic department, and you got to put on events. I mean, that's part of it. By the way, I'm sure there's far more expensive things that you can do beyond balloons. But anyhow, North Carolina spent $49,000 on balloons. Texas Tech spent $56,000. A&M spent $55,000. on balloons.
About mid-pack in terms of balloon expenditure.
Well, they had more to celebrate, than maybe we did.
They had balloons in the facility when I was there at Texas Tech a couple weeks ago. Is this right? Texas spent that can't be right.
That was for the entire athletic department, not just football. For Texas,
Is that meant to be 170,000 or 170 million?
Oh, that's a great question.
Because that sure looks like a typo. They can't have spent. There's no way.
I don't think you could buy $170 million.
I hope
balloon warehouse.
Balloons.
I hope they did.
But in today's world, who knows what's real?
Texas got a lot of money.
Yeah, they do. Everything's bigger.
Everybody likes
just down
balloons,
there.
too.
Everything is bigger down there, without question. But, we thought about remember when Belichick had that first press conference, they lost, and they had balloons at the press conference?
170,000.
Yeah. That's still that's a
That's
lot.
a lot of balloons.
Yeah.
That's still a lot.
It really is.
Balloons are,
telling you.
if you're having a party, balloons just have to be a part of it. If you're having a celebratory announcement of a new coach, balloons have to be part of it. And the big letters.
Yeah. Oh, you got to have the big letters.
The big lit up letters. All that.
Hobby Lobby does well those weekends.
Arkansas State beat the Arkansas women last night. 29 turnovers. It was yesterday afternoon, I guess.
That'll get you beat in basketball.
They lost by
29 turnovers.
29 turnovers, 81-72. It wraps up the non-conference schedule. And then the men wrap up their non-conference schedule tonight.
James Madison won a share of the Sun Belt a year ago. They're halfway decent.
We'll be back, and we'll try and do it again tomorrow. If you missed anything, you can catch it on demand. Subscribe to the Chuck and Bo YouTube channel or go wherever you get podcasts. On Demand's driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutopark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda,